Pokemon.
Yeah,
obviously.
Those starters.
Yeah, there's some we know.
So lame.
I was gonna tie Battlefield with Call of Duty, just how much Call of Duty is sunk with the new Battlefield coming out.
What do you mean tie it in?
Well, cause like the last time it was like the both were coming out was Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3, and that's where it was a huge kind of hype circling. And now with Infinity Warfare coming out,
it's actually COD 4 that's coming out.
COD 4.
I don't even mention Infinity War.
I should say COD 4, but even then, COD 4 is
When
just
COD 4
not even
comes
gonna
out.
surpass this. I was gonna talk about Gears 4
What about Gears?
Oh, yeah, who?
because the
Yeah.
beta.
Gears of 4.
Is it out? Is
Well, it
coming out?
ended.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thanks for laughing.
Yeah, there's
Welcome.
Hilarious
Read
joke.
through that in your quick notes.
No one
Apparently
knows.
I was just asking like what is the news with it because I don't.
Well, I was just gonna
Okay.
I was just gonna talk about it and
Yeah.
what it was like and all that.
Cool.
And
you play
then I played it to the max.
To the max level. Got all the gear.
I did.
Top player on the leaderboard.
Of what team?
Gears.
Gears
3.
4, Gears beta.
Yeah. I was gonna
Still in
mention
the beta.
Dishonored 2 release date, but that could probably be quick notes.
Too quick. Well, like unless you guys have something like mega you want to add to it.
It's a
I
good
was
never-
gonna mention it for
No.
Kirkland's-
Everyone should buy it.
Anyone hear about?
I don't think they showed anything new.
Disney Infinity being canceled.
Yeah, that's in my gaming
Alright.
notes. I thought we could talk about that, and also that
Cool.
Disney's licensing. They're gonna license out games now. They're no
Mhm.
longer making their own. So that's I think the bigger news. Obviously, Infinity sucks, but it's like I got all the figures I need.
Infinity's awesome. Though. I have
Oh,
so
it
much
is.
fun
I'm
with
sad about that. I have
Yeah.
all this stuff that I won't be able to use now. But it's like, I kind of there's a silver lining of like Disney not making their own games.
You say it's awesome, but the first thing you say is, should I buy figures so I can sell them for money later?
No, that was
Business.
Taylor.
Oh, was that Taylor?
Yeah, that was
okay.
Taylor.
What I did?
But when you're like,
Should I buy them to sell them later?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta make a profit.
I don't think
That
it's
So
Black Panther
terrible.
one though is pretty sick.
I know. I'm gonna get that. I still
I
think
saw
they'll
the
go down
Ant-Man one,
lower
too.
than $11.99.
Yeah, I saw the
honestly.
Ant-Man one too. That one looks pretty cool. And then the Black Spider-Man. That one looks so
Yeah.
cool. Oh, I love that one.
Taylor, what else?
Borderlands 3. They
Was that
That's
announced?
been announced for a while now. Yeah.
did it? Because I just saw the
That's what I
CEO
thought.
say like not too long ago. He just said, "Yeah, it's definitely coming."
It's been a week or two for sure.
Did they drop a date?
I probably
with it?
should have announced that, considering I'm.
Well, we haven't
probably-
done a new. Like,
We haven't done a newscast
Yeah, I
for
guess
like
2
2 weeks now,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Then I was gonna just say Assassin's Creed trailer came out, but no.
Yeah, well, I didn't. What do you got? Do you have any movie news?
Yeah, wasn't that supposed to be today?
It was supposed to.
Weren't
was
you guys
gonna
supposed to meet early?
Well, we didn't because
And-
it didn't come out. We're gonna maybe
Okay.
do something
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I was
figure
gonna
it out
say-
if this trailer even exists.
I was gonna say Deadpool came out yesterday.
Nope.
On
not,
DVD.
not on. This was coming out Saturday.
Oh, well, I mean, we're not recording, so I literally mean yesterday.
Oh, we are recording.
Oh shit!
It's not the actual.
It came out on Tuesday, and I didn't watch it yet. But they have
Tuesday.
all those funky like bloopers
Tuesday.
and all those extra stuff that he did for
The
that. I
funky
really
Tuesday.
want to watch
CG.
I
that.
think that's a quick note.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Just a
it probably
shout out.
is.
Yeah.
And then Game of
They
Thrones.
can
That's another quick
choose.
notes.
Okay. Dylan, you have any news?
Well, we should definitely talk about the Nintendo stuff. Do you have
got
it written
that for
down?
sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I think we'll start off with gaming news this week because we haven't done that yet, and I think that topic will probably take the longest out of everything, to be honest. Other than the trilogies, the NX will, obviously.
Yeah, and then Civ 6 announced coming out in
Civ
October.
6.
Okay.
This October.
I have no idea, but you guys want to talk about it, so
Sure.
it's fair.
Everything else is that's good.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Kirkland.
Not really. Other than adding on to the other news that's already been said. Battlefield
I-
1, man.
I had Mass Effect's been delayed.
I know that sucks.
Yeah, that's
I thought you weren't getting it because you don't care about the main character anymore. What was his name?
That's not me.
Shepard.
Shepard. I thought you were like, I don't care about it because Shepard's not in it anymore.
No, that's not me.
Oh,
I didn't even play the third one. Like I'm
Oh.
not. I just kind of missed it, but I'm like down to play 4. No, definitely not me. It's not my. Like I want to play.
All right.
And then I had the Battlefront.
Yeah.
I forgot that it's been so long, I'd talk about Borderlands for sure. And then Pokemon, obviously.
Come on, obviously.
Okay, Pete.
Has anyone played Battleborn or the Overwatch beta? Because those are apparently pretty like anticipated games, but I don't know anything about them.
Battleborns isn't already out.
Yeah,
It just came
we
out.
bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt owns it.
I have a bunch of
Matt
friends
played it.
that are playing the beta of Overwatch, and they're having lots of fun.
Yeah, I played that. Good.
Yes.
You have played it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all I did the
Is
last.
that worth talking? Do you
days.
think?
Well, I mean,
I
I
don't know
haven't
if I have too much to
seen
say,
tons
but
of it.
it's awesome and everyone
Yeah.
should buy it.
Overwatch isn't out for a while still, though, right?
2
The
weeks.
beta's out. right now though.
No, it's closed.
Oh,
It
okay.
was open beta from the 5th till the 10th, I believe, and then now the game releases on the 24th.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting.
Did you play it?
I've never played it.
Oh.
I was watching my friend play it. I'm
So
like,
fun.
it looks like you're having a lot of fun.
When's that game coming out that you want with the worlds that randomly generate? Never
Man's
gonna
Sky.
No
play.
Man's
Sky.
Sky, June 30th.
June 30th.
It's probably not June 30th.
Is that-
It's probably June 26th or
Let's
something.
shoot
That's
something
PS4
like that.
exclusive, right?
Yeah.
It's late June.
I
so-
didn't-
Oh, it
No,
is,
no,
it's
no, no.
PS4
It's-
Yeah,
exclusive?
well,
No,
PC.
it's PC.
but-
Yeah, PC.
Oh.
Yeah, not on the console. In consoles, it's just PS4.
And then the,
Oh, that's
and then the
really
Wii.
I love
My
when you
friend-
say
my
that, you just
friend's
look
like-
directly.
Yeah, we never gets anything though. At dinner today, my friend's like, "You gotta buy No Man's Sky for PS4," and we're like, maybe we'll see. Like, probably get it for Xbox." And he's like, "Well, you should consider PS4." And it doesn't fucking
You
matter.
have to
There's only
consider it.
PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good game. I think it's going to disappoint almost everybody, but I think it'll be a good game. I think they're promising way too much, so.
What's this?
No Man's Sky.
Well, you can never beat it, right?
That's why I mean.
Why?
they're
What are they
promising-
I like the
Just all these
I like the
art
approach they're
gameplay.
taking with the story. How there's not actually like an actual story. it's
Watch
just
your
a bunch
foot
of
there
lore.
when we start.
Yeah.
They're
It's just, like,
saying
a
that
bunch
it
of
doesn't
lore.
matter. Like, if you combine everyone's playtime from everyone who's played it ever, that there's still going to be like 0.01% of stuff that's not found.
Like they literally
That's
just,
the reason
they
it
literally
sounds
just
good
made
to
a
me.
universe.
Yeah.
So
That's the reason I'm kind of like, I'll wait.
They
for
say
to
that
be
planets
cheap.
are like 100% randomly generated and this and that. Like, it's supposed to be.
and then every planet's gonna have a dirty name. Just
Yeah.
like Dixville.
I just feel like it's just gonna be a lot of. It's gonna end up just eventually being a lot of the same, like different color schemes.
Yeah.
A tree here, a tree like it's. That's I feel like it's one of these games that's gonna go.
Yeah, because you can only do so many things.
Yeah.
Until it's like.
I mean, no game other than Melee really has infinite playtime, so I can't really blame them,
Yeah.
But I still think you'll get a shit ton of your value out of it in the games.
Oh, I'm getting it. I'm
Titanfall 2?
definitely getting it. What's that?
Launching
Oh
in
yeah,
October and December 2016.
What'd you say?
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
So I have the NX news as well, and then I have the Infinity stuff. Disney likes to have their own games.
Witcher
That's-
3 DLC's coming up.
That's
All
the
of
second
4
one,
DLC.
I
right?
don't think any of us have played Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, you have.
I'm
I
nobody
have like an
playing
hour
it.
into it, and I was like, I want to play Elder Scrolls.
For movie news, I think I'm gonna throw it in the quick notes, but what's her name? Daisy Ridley didn't get cast in Tomb Raider, so
Nintendo 2DS
Sad day.
dropped price to $80.
I saw that. That's
To
actually
what?
pretty cool.
$80.
I think it's at $8.
That's like
I'm
the price of a game.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Not a 3DS
I
game.
mean, you
but,
could never fit it in your pocket with just like this and it
Well,
doesn't fold.
I mean, with the way phones are going,
I
maybe
thought it
they'll
was
make bigger
I
pockets.
thought it was pretty weird that you can't fold it, but that's just me.
I have
Well, okay.
Matt Mikkelson accidentally revealed a Star Wars character in a British interview.
I thought it was like a
Accidentally.
Was that video that you?
I don't know what video.
Yeah. Yes, is the answer.
It was.
Yeah.
You didn't accidentally, because we talked about that like 2 weeks ago, didn't we? He
No.
said what he was, like what his character was.
We may have
But
talked
then
about
he's
it,
like,
not-
"Oh, I shouldn't have said that."
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
the
like
one
that's
I
an
saw.
accident. Yeah,
No,
No,
we-
I mean,
we
you don't
did-
just.
no.
He wouldn't accidentally spoil
I
anything.
think he would.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, I think he would. I don't think he really gives too many fucks.
Oh.
Dude, he's an actor. You never know. Man.
Yeah.
He's
pretty good
Hannibal.
at
He
that.
doesn't care.
And then,
Just eats people, eat you. Yeah.
have you guys seen who they casted for Han Solo?
Yeah, I did see.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's his
they
name again?
actually
Sorry.
announced the.
Yeah,
movie.
Aldridge Enric or something like that.
Remember that name from looking it
Yeah.
up before, but I don't actually remember what he looks like.
We don't need to talk about that because no one else has seen Hail Caesar, right?
Mm.
No,
We can
okay.
still talk about it because people that listen
Yeah.
might like to know.
I'll throw it out there during the Mads news, and then
Throw it out.
and then that's about it. And then if we have time, trilogies thing, and yeah.
Do we want to? Were you thinking of like coming up with that list or whatever, like just live?
Yeah.
Nice.
We just read we'd all read ours, and then we'd see if there's an average. I have a feeling I know what might be the number one.
What if I just have a list of a bunch because I didn't really necessarily.
That's fine.
pick
Then
five?
you can put your input. We're
I-
like, we think collectively this should be number one.
I haven't seen like enough trilogies. I've seen like 2 of the 3.
I wasn't surprised when you said this.
So my input. is
You can give your
limited,
input on the two.
But I have a number 1, and I will defend it for hours on
I think
end, so.
I think I know what your number one is. I think that's gonna be
No,
everyone's
I'm
number one.
pretty
to be
sure
honest.
everyone can guess.
Yeah.
Mine's Blade Trinity trilogy.
Nice.
I forgot about
that
that.
third one's the best too.
Oh, yeah, right.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, my favorite's the first.
Pretty much just playing Deadpool light.
I'm really upset that there wasn't a Ghost Rider 3, so I could put that trilogy in there.
Oh my god.
There was a
You can't-
2?
There was
Yeah.
a 2.
I'm pretty-
That's his
It was-
favorite.
That's his
comic
favorite
book.
comic book movie of all time.
So good.
Can you even say that after Civil War? That's still
Taylor.
your favorite. You never gave us a score, what you thought. on
Civil War, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Honestly, because I was like, I was.
You gave Batman versus Superman a fucking 9?
Yeah, but you can't compare. Like, I give each movie.
You can. They're superheroes fighting each other.
Yeah, I know. But that's why it was really, really sad for most of the movie because I hated seeing all these characters.
Don't
like,
spoil it, please, because I haven't seen it.
Oh shit! Yeah. What are you doing? Getting me
I just
all
asked.
hyped up?
No, I just asked you for a score.
And you have to take into account that it gets divided by 2.
Yeah, I know.
So
You're
ridiculous.
ridiculous. You're ridiculous. This movie that almost everyone hates. You're like, that's
No.
A, and then everyone's like, this could be the greatest Marvel movie of all time. You're like, C plus.
No,
Are you kidding me?
I give it like a B plus. I really, really liked it.
But that's not what that is. A 7.5.
No, that's me really, really liking it. I just found it really sad to see
But
the characters.
isn't
going at
75% that's still a C or C plus, isn't it?
I didn't say
You guys are going to
75%.
school.
I said 7.5 out of 10.
But that's
Why
what
does
If
that
we're doing
be.
percentages, I'll give it like an 86%
Why
out
does
of
that
100.
make it? Why does
The-
it make it a bad movie that it makes you
doesn't.
sad? It makes
doesn't.
you
That should
feel
be a good
emotions.
movie.
and
I
that's
know,
Good.
I
Why
know.
is that not
It's
making
sad.
it
But
higher?
it stressed me out.
Why does it
Just
stress
kidding.
you out?
No, I'd give it higher than that. 7.5
Oh
is pretty low. And honestly, it was a good movie. I just hated seeing them fight each other.
Hello,
Better
and
than,
welcome.
like, war.
Welcome to the GeekVerse. I'm the phenomenal one, Trasnell. I'm joined by...
The fantastic
Fantastic.
one.
it's
I don't know what that's from, but I'm the fantastic one.
a wrestling one. Oh,
Is there a fantastic one?
No.
There is now.
There's a phenomenal one.
Let's go.
Yeah. Kirkland, you can go now.
I am the Kirkland Patzer.
I like it.
The magnificent
yeah.
one, Tyler Briggs.
I'm the returning ghost, Jessica.
Nice. That's an old classic.
Yeah, bringing it back.
And the 7.5. Always late. Taylor Field.
I'll tell you. I'm a 7.5.
Okay.
Late streak.
Well, we're doing a newscast. We haven't done one
Yeah.
of these in a while. There's been reviews and geek verses of fictional people fighting each other, but we're just going to get down on brass tacks and talk some news. This time, for the first time, we're going to start with some video game news. So if you're not into games, if you think we're a bunch of dorks, you can skip over to the movie news in about an hour. I'll leave it in the description. So I guess we should probably start off with what we've been wanting to talk about for weeks is the NX. So
Yeah.
the NX has been officially pushed. Well, they didn't say pushback because they never said it was 2016, but like it feels like a pushback.
It does, yeah.
Pre-cancellation.
Yeah. So to 2017, rumored date of March, which I don't really know if that's gonna even hold up. I feel like that's just a placeholder and a placeholder, not a
Yeah.
Homer, not Simpsons character. And then they also announced that Zelda's gonna be 2017 as well, coming out with the Wii U with NX, which we kind of thought a lot of people did, but it kind of seemed like writing was on the wall when they were kept like, oh yeah, it's gonna come out in 2015, then delayed, and then there was just like there was like nothing where it's just like it went from like it's coming on the Wii U to like it will be on the Wii U. So I guess we'll go around and what are your thoughts? Like when you do the circle, Tyler, what are your thoughts?
On that,
Yeah.
I have no opinion.
Okay.
I haven't really played. I don't know. I don't own any Nintendo consoles or anything
Mm-hmm.
except for Melee. I just play Melee. Anyways, I think that's. I don't know.
Taylor.
I'm all for a new Legend of Zelda game, but I
Mr. Positivity.
think that they shouldn't just put all their eggs into the one Zelda basket there. I think that they should really...
What do you mean they're putting their eggs in all the Zelda basket?
Well, I mean, it seems like they're just holding on to just Zelda. I mean, because aren't they just... Their whole E3 is just going to be Zelda,
yeah, we can talk
isn't
about
it?
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they
so-
say, and I feel like that could, unless, I don't know. I love Zelda, but that has to be a damn good presentation to make me care for a whole hour about Zelda. Like, we're gonna sit and we're gonna watch it and we're gonna do a review, but like, I don't know. Like, what? Like, I feel like it's almost
It's hard
gonna be
to
worse
like.
than next.
It's hard to like try to defend them at
Yeah.
this point. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm expecting, like... Well, we're talking about Battlefield later, but I'm expecting this Legend of Zelda to be, like, as good as Battlefield 1. But we'll talk about that later.
Well,
I don't
that's
know- I
not
don't
a
know what
high
that
bar.
It's a pretty high bar.
I would never say any of the Battlefield games are as good as like Zelda's worst game.
No,
I
but
would
like...
agree with that statement 100%.
You're,
I'm
you're
expecting-
like Battlefield trying to be as
No,
good as Zelda.
hear me
not
out.
the other
I'm
way
expecting it to be like graphic wise and as like hugely open world and just like on that large of a scale.
Why aren't you
can't
using like an
compare
open
these
world
two.
game? Yeah, you're like comparing like Godfather to like Spring
Okay,
Breakers.
Here, Elder Scrolls.
Like just because they're both crime movies.
Why don't you compare it to like Ocarina of Time or something? Like
Okay,
something within
fine.
this series.
I was
Or even,
trying not to go back
The
to like a
Witcher or
remake.
GTA, like any
I haven't
other.
played The Witcher,
But-
and
but-
GTA is
but-
too violent.
But that's a type of like that's what they're.
You're saying
world
about
game.
open world and graphics, though, not about
How is
violence.
Battlefield not violent?
Because
What
I
is
was trying,
this?
I was trying
Is
to relate to
Battlefield
one that's
open world game?
just huge maps and everything.
But is it open world game?
It is close. To...
No.
Never mind, just go.
Dylan, how are you feeling about this
Well-
Nintendo conundrum?
Well,
Or
as a
possible?
Wii U owner, I am very disappointed that their E3 conference is not even a conference anymore. It's just a Zelda-thon for the new game that's not even coming out for the console that I own anymore.
It still is, but not
It
the,
is?
the main. It's coming out Wii U and NX.
Yeah,
but
you know, but
You
it's,
have to
it's
wait
one of
for
those
the
things where it's
NX to
like,
get it on
you're
the
going to
Wii.
want it on the NX, but
Yeah.
you can get it on the Wii U, right?
Yeah.
It's another one of those things. It's like,
and do you know
Uh,
other than because they obviously last time we were here they hadn't released it. They released Star Fox, which was like it actually got all right ratings.
Yeah.
Sales apparently have not been doing the best, but I can't remember if there's an actual Wii U game coming. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head that's been marketed or previewed or anything like that. Of like, oh, this is
No.
coming out this summer or November.
the only thing I can think of is like Paper Mario, but that doesn't even look good. Like
I haven't seen the previews.
it's not, it doesn't even look like a good game, honestly.
no.
Like, yeah, they have nothing, so that's why it's like very confusing why they aren't using this opportunity.
Kirkle knows everyone a drink, and myself a smoothie.
God damn it, man! My train of thought. No, like they don't have anything coming out. They don't have a direct plan. I mean, they could just whip out a random direct, and they might just do that to get out all their news at this point.
But like, what
It just seems
what
like
news do they have to get out for the Wii U? Like that's what I'm trying to think. Like unless they're
the
holding,
way I see it, like they almost saved themselves. They needed to They needed to show NX at this E3 conference. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like they're like at Zelda. Even if this Zelda game is really cool, I'm not gonna get the NX just for a Zelda game, which seems like it's all they have going for them right now. You know.
yeah, and it's just. I just don't know what they're really doing. Like I'm not gonna go full rant 'cause it's not my turn, but it's just like you said, like it's a full E3 conference dedicated to Zelda, which is cool and all, but there's no game I think that really warrants a whole hour. You know, like even my favorite game, which is like an Arkham game, I'd never be like, man, I need to see an hour E3
Yeah.
presentation on this. You know, because it's like at that point, I feel like you're just gonna be showing so much of the game.
Exactly.
Learn everything
for sure.
about the game.
Yeah, and it's like, and then once again too, so their plan is to, like, they show this, and let's say it goes off great, but then the aftertaste is, oh, this game isn't out for another year,
Mhm.
you know, and that hopefully another year. They say March 2017, but why should we take Zelda? Why should we take Nintendo at their word at
Right.
all? Because they've kind of fumbled a few things, and they've been telling us Zelda's going to be out till 2015. They should have just said, I don't know if this was always their plan, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe their plan was just to put on the Wii U, because the Wii U's not selling that well. They, like, dropped it.
Yeah.
But they should have just said, oh, we're working on a Zelda game. They never should have put a date on it either. That didn't help them at all.
Well, yeah, because they showed. Was it that last E3 where they first showed like that gameplay footage?
No, the first time they showed it was in 2014.
So like even
Because it was supposed to come out 2015. So, like, that
Right.
thing of, like, him on the bridge and with the arrow.
he was riding around.
Yeah, that was 2014.
Damn it, dude, that's so
Are
weird.
you sure?
Yeah, it was, because it was like 2015 Zelda. You can check, because 2015 was last year, right? And E3, they've said no Zelda at E3, remember?
Yeah.
And everyone was hoping that there was going to be some Zelda, and they were like, they were right up. That's when they're not lying, when they give you bad news.
Yeah.
And same thing with some people thinking like they might surprise us. They're not going to surprise us with an NX like news or anything like that. If they've said it's not going to be there, it's not going to be there. So it's just, I feel they're going to get so lost in the shuffle now,
Yeah.
you know? And I wasn't even sure about them coming out this year as a console, but even now, I think in 2017 would have been okay, but with these rumors about like a PS4.5, which are pretty much
Right.
true, they
Yeah.
were going to announce at E3, and then now there's rumors that they're going to put out some new Xbox One Elite, but it's going to be similar to the PS4,
Yeah.
like a new, better Xbox. So it's
Right.
like, now it's like there's newer consoles coming out with the Wii U or the NX, and it's like, they're between that
What
and their
they
conference.
would need like to do the opposite of Wii U, and they would need like a bunch of strong games to come out
Oh, yeah.
when the game comes out. But as I see it, like I feel like they wouldn't have a Mario Kart ready. I feel like people are already done with Mario Party because the last one was so stupid.
Yeah.
And they're obviously not gonna have another Smash. So like I don't know what they're planning. I don't see what their goal is.
I think we talked about it a while ago, but they need a really strong opening one. We said like a Melee HD, Luigi's Mansion 2, like and a Metroid Prime, not Metroid Prime, but like a Samus like centric
A good
Metroid
game.
Metroid game. Yeah, like they'd need a lineup that had just full fan service, and I
Yeah.
just as of right now, I don't think they're gonna.
Because like
get
even
that.
if right now like it seems like all they have is Zelda, and that's also coming on the Wii U. It's like
yeah,
Just how you were saying, like the Metroid, like honestly, like if they brought like an amazing Metroid game that's like comparable to like not quite Game of the Year standards, but like if it's in that
in the
category,
discussion,
yeah, exactly. Like I honestly would
Consider
consider getting an NX, and
Mhm.
like for me, I'm just so
but
on
like
the other side of the
when's
spectrum.
the last time they've done that?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They like,
GameCube for
Yeah.
Metroid. Because
Yeah.
I think they put one out for Wii, but was it a remastered or was it not
the
that
other
good?
M? It was like an okay.
Yeah,
game at
something
best.
that was like
Never
you were
heard
like
of
this
it.
is half-hearted. Yeah, exactly. Like nothing that it was just a rehash of old
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like lots of their franchises they almost just kind of gave up and gave to their other parties and like Smash, and that's not Smash's fault, but it's just like oh well you get Samus in Smash, but it's like that's not the same. I
No,
want her to
of course
be
not.
in Smash as well, but I need her own game.
Yeah.
You know, and even
Mhm.
Star Fox, it felt like they took so long to get that out, and then when we got it. I don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't
Yeah.
say. But no one has been.
It
coming
wasn't
to
like
me.
a 10 out of 10 game. It
Yeah,
was
and no
like
one's been
a,
coming
you
to
know,
me being
it was
like,
a
you have to play
7.5
Star.
kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, it was a Civil War.
I feel like they could do that though, but like they totally could make.
They
like,
have
amazing-
every reason to.
Oh, they
like, do
could,
it.
yeah.
And like,
I
and, like
agree.
they have so many like classic characters that they could make just like a new generation game, and like
They have the
I
best
feel,
roster, I
Oh,
think, of
absolutely,
characters.
and like they could make this system like comparable to like better than PS4, Xbox One, but
Mhm.
obviously with what they put on the table, it doesn't look like it's gonna go that way.
Especially if they could make it so you could play those bigger titles on there as
Yeah.
well. Because I think that's what handicapped the Wii U a lot was nobody wanted to play. Like you didn't see The Witcher 3 on there, you didn't see Metal Gear.
Yeah.
You want to, and that's the thing too that we've talked about a few times. But just all these patents that I see too, that controller scares
That
the hell out
magnet
of
one
me.
and the like the.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
controller is just a
Screen.
screen and like thumb. what?
Yeah,
Thumb
no,
whatnot.
that's
Whatnot.
Thumb touchscreen
Yeah.
pad things.
Jessica, how do you feel about this Nintendo news?
As a fellow Wii U owner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah.
I'll throw it out there. I buy everything, so I mean, I'll probably own it. I don't necessarily know that it's going to flourish, especially like you said, Star Fox is coming out now.
It's out now, yeah.
Yeah. Metroid, which doesn't look good. It's
No,
coming
that's
out now.
isn't that just for the 3DS? That soccer one?
So,
Yeah.
but so they're not going to remake another one because Metroid is
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's never going to happen, but you know they definitely should be looking back at. I mean, if you go on eBay, like you know, Harvest Moon 64 is selling for like $100. You can find all these N64 games that are selling for huge amounts of money because people want these old games. And
Mario
Nintendo,
RPG.
A Fire Emblem console, like those two that they made were amazing, and then
I'm surprised. We
I mean
still
those
never got
games
a
work
Pokemon
better on
game
handheld,
either.
but they're still amazing games like on console.
Yeah, they're
They-
a property, and I feel like there's enough smart people in Nintendo to feel like, okay, make a Fire Emblem game work for the
Mhm.
Wii U, make a Pokemon
But
game work.
I feel like they've already
Well, we
given up
got-
on that because they've had two on the 3DS and
Well,
in
we
the
got
meantime
Pokken,
didn't have one on
but-
Wii U.
Yeah.
They could they could totally do a Pokemon Coliseum. I feel because that game was like probably one of my favorite Pokemon games ever.
That or
Yeah,
what you said,
that'd be awesome.
what Jessica said, I think it was our first episode that we still never got Pokemon Snap. And it's
Pokemon
like, we
Snap
have
on
a
Wii
game,
U.
you have a gamepad. It was
Yeah.
right there in front of you. Like, such an
They're
easy
just
cash
like,
grab.
what?
Yeah, it's like, this gamepad, I feel like, if we saw, like, if we were doing a podcast and it was announced, they're like, oh, that gamepad, that's for sure that's going to happen. And then it's like, oh, yeah, the NX is coming. It's like, no. And I swear, if they announce a Poké Snap or whatever for the NX, I'll be like, what are you doing? Like, I just don't feel, I don't know. I don't know if it's have to do with the new president. I just don't know if it has to do with their whole way they're going right now. I just don't feel like they really have a really path that they're set on. You know, and maybe they will, maybe. But this is the thing, too. If it comes out in March, and I know they can do their directs, but not everyone watches a direct here. They don't even
No,
go
of
to an
course
E3. So let's say they do come out March 2017. They come out before E3. Like, this would have been their E3 to promote
Yeah.
it. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like if you're launching a new console, you need... Like, E3's the place you launch it. There's no other place. They can do a direct, but not as many people will watch it or hear about it.
Well, I mean,
especially because they do them
I've
like
heard
12
that, like,
p.m.
some
on a
people
Monday.
think it's because you know like their presentation last year was not well received, but it's like that doesn't mean you give up. Like
Yeah.
people still don't just like
That's not a
they're
good...
not going to disregard your E3 conference this year because last year's was lame.
Oh yeah, and both PlayStation and Xbox have had terrible conferences.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when
It happens,
when they showed the Xbox One terrible conference, when they showed the PS3 terrible conference, like it's happened, but they come back and stronger. They do something, but then Nintendo went from press conferences to we're not going to do. We're going to do directs, and now it's like we're going to do. So what is it? It's just an hour-long video Zelda then.
It's supposed to be a Zelda experience, so from the viewers at home, it's not even going to be that good. You have to go there to really experience it. It's like, I'm not going to do that. I don't even want to. Like, even if I got invited to E3, I don't think I would even go to that. Like,
yeah, I feel like there's so much more.
Yeah, exactly.
That you like, especially if you don't like Zelda. At least if with Nintendo, you could watch the whole conference. And be like, okay, there's a chunk of same thing every time. It's like with Xbox or PS4, whoever has like the Call of Duty exclusive. There's gonna be like a good 15 minutes of that. I usually check out and I don't watch. But if it was a whole thing of Call of Duty, I'm not gonna go watch it. So it's like if you don't like Zelda, I'm not gonna go check out Nintendo's conference online or even in person, you know, unless they're giving away like really good pizza. that would get me there, honestly. Like free pizza, okay, you got me.
What we said earlier,
straight to the Zelda logo.
Just going back to what we said earlier, like I'm probably not even gonna watch the Zelda thing because it's just gonna ruin the game for me. And, like it's just gonna. I don't know what they have in store, but you can guarantee it'll give away a ton of the game that I don't even want to see, honestly.
Well, I'll watch it and. Maybe
I'll probably get some highlights, like what do I need to know, but like I don't want to see what's going on.
Because
happening in the game.
Because if we're reporting on E3, one of us has to watch. I'll volunteer as tribute.
That's true.
I could watch.
Okay, good. Tyler and I will watch it for sure. So
you guys don't own Wii U's anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you guys,
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I own every Nintendo console.
Should be Tyler and Kirkwood. You guys...
Unbiased opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, both
like,
the most unbiased.
Yeah.
Like I own.
I mean, I'll watch it for the sake of GeekVerse, but like I don't want to. You know?
I think at the end of the day, we'll all end up watching it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think
I'll watch it when no one knows.
And because we were talking about this. We've talked about this one in our like very first cast, and we talked about this in our 2016 predictions about how we thought it was coming out. And at the first cast and at that cast, I was the same with Jessica of like, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna buy the NX. And now I'm on the thing. Now they have to convince me. I'm no longer on the camp of because I was Nintendo diehard. I'm gonna buy it for sure. From just the way they've been doing business, and it's not. I'm not saying they're like the worst evil in the world. Just in what we do as far as gaming and movies, like it's not the greatest, and there's no reason for me to get it. And I love Zelda, but like you said, I'm not gonna buy it just for Zelda, unless it's this crazy like I don't know. It would have to be mind blowing, you know. And I hope it's good.
It'd have to come with some VR, so you just go into the world.
Yeah, and the pizza for sure.
And the pizza.
And the Zelda homemade
pizza.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, exactly. That'd be a great. I would buy the NX for that.
That'd be pretty good.
It's like Phantom Pain.
Yeah, exactly. Like it has to be something, but I won't know that without playing it, right? So it's just, and I guess for me, I'm still hung up on that remote too. Anytime I see that pad and up that screen, I just really wanted a basic, because we've gone from Wii to gamepad, and then if it's a screen with like just controller knobs, it's just I really just wanted a controller. It's just they've patented it, so I'm hoping it's just like an
nothing's
add-on
really
controller.
Confirmed either, right? That's why this was the conference.
That's why they should. Yeah, that's why they should.
No one really knows for sure.
Okay.
Well, they patented like the U-shaped controller that's like
the horseshoe.
Yeah, it's made to be like
The
pulled
giant
on
magnet
and like twisted.
I
and
didn't
stuff.
know it was like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be made for you to like pull on it and stuff, so that
So
way.
it's like a Wiimote and a nunchuck.
Yeah.
Together
though.
Like unless it's something like they. The only way I could think, I don't know why, if these were patented for special games or somehow, hey, you could play your Wii games on here somehow, you know, like if it was a nunchucks or a thing.
I'm not surprised about the screen with like the thumbs. I mean, with how big mobile gaming has gotten in things, the whole touchscreen with the thumbs, it's not surprising that they're almost trying to capitalize on that idea.
I just don't think it will work because they tried to go so mainstream last time. It didn't really work. Like I felt like they need to go after hardcore people, and for people, I don't know what you guys do, but myself, I don't play any mobile games, so for me that right away is not appealing, you know. And I don't think my mom.
Neko Atsumi, no big deal.
What'd you say?
Neko Atsumi, it's like the only game I play.
Yeah,
you like take care of cats?
Oh, see, and I don't play any mobile games, so for me, like, I don't need the screen. I just want it so badly, just something basic. And once again, we don't know, but it would have been nice. That's why we won an E3 conference now, even just to give us a little thing, you know, not even to be like. We can. Oh, Jessica showed me this cat game. Wow.
Look at my cats.
Oh, there you go.
They're so cute. That's Guy Furry. He makes ice cream.
Guy Fieri, is it supposed to be like Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's furry because he's a cat.
Got it.
I also have this giant cat tree, which has got like 8 cats on it.
Nice.
We got to start streaming this soon so people can see. But yeah, right now, I am on that point where now they have to sell me. They had me at, no matter what, I'll buy it, to, I don't even know. And I don't even know because we've talked about this before, like with Smash and other games that are Nintendo. I buy it just to play that. I might not buy it and miss a Smash, which sucks, but
Well, Smash doesn't come up for like 6 or 7
I know, but if it is that controller stuff like that, like if it's
Yeah.
the stuff that I'm worried about, I will not buy it because I don't need to pay $400 to $300 for this. And there's this rumor that it's not discs anymore, so it's this thing
Yeah.
of I didn't know that it was going to go back to
but I
cartridges.
don't feel that bad about that.
I do because I don't want these little piece of shit cartridges all around.
How
for
do you
my
know that they're going to be
Wii.
like tiny cartridge? Like look at the N64.
Then they're going to be big honking ones.
Maybe.
I don't want
would-
that either. I don't want a bunch of
Okay,
cartridges
well then
around.
you're just hard to please then.
I think we should just go with a disc or just make it digital. Like just say
no,
fuck it,
don't-
digital.
All digital is not the way to
But
go.
it's gonna happen eventually. Soon, all digital will happen eventually. Once the fucking retailers and companies got smart, all it takes is for one company to start selling their games at $50 or $60, no taxes online. Everyone will do it. It's like everyone kind of feels that it's gonna drop, and it's definitely gonna with the way we stream and everything like that. I don't think in 5 years we're gonna have discs anymore, or cartridges.
I mean, I don't
Got rid
think
of those long ago.
Yeah, I thought you were gone.
I don't think we're as close as you think. Like I went to buy Handsome Jack Collection the other day, and it was $49.99 on the Xbox Live, or no, $69 on Xbox Live and $49 in EB Games.
Mhm.
So I mean,
It's still happening because retail they have to compete, but just anytime I walk into Best Buy, they're missing things, and even then I've been told by, I don't know if this happens at other places, but I used to work there, and I've been told by somebody that in the next year they're going to get rid of all their DVDs and Blu-rays. There won't even be a section for that. So it's a thing of like, okay, so movies will go first, and then games will follow
But
suit.
Netflix is totally dominating that market where there's no one in the gaming industry that's dominating.
But I think it will happen. That's what I think. In the next 5 years, I'd be surprised if, what are we in, 20...
I'll give it to you in 5 years.
Yeah, in 20... I'd say by 2020, if we still have discs or physical stuff, I'd be really surprised. Like, all it takes is some sort of Netflix for gaming thing. PlayStation...
Like
What?
you said.
Yeah, pretty much.
PC gaming's pretty much already there. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll, for some games, I'll buy, the box if it's, a cool,
I don't even have a
box
CD-ROM
sort of
in my
thing.
computer.
Yeah,
Literally.
I have one just because, it's
Yeah.
good to have, but, I bought, the cheapest one I could get, and I don't even have it, plugged in right now. It's just sitting there. I have to, rearrange a bunch of stuff inside to actually use it.
Yeah, and I think they will do it for consoles. PlayStation tried with PS Now, I think it was called, on the PS4.
Xbox is moving there, too.
Yeah,
well,
so
Xbox already has one. It's EA Access.
But that's just EA games. I'm talking, for something
but
all
that's
over,
a
right?
start, I guess.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I mean. I feel like we're seeing the start of things, and then I just feel like Nintendo behind the curve. Especially there's the rumors of drop before. Remember those rumors of they're gonna have this online market of all their old games, everything like that. But there's not been any rumors like that recently. So I feel like that was just a rumor, which sucks because that could have been a selling point. Okay, maybe I'll play.
They're
all
gonna
these old
eventually
games.
make you play on vinyl records.
Yeah, Nintendo. Yeah, you gotta buy vinyl.
Go
but-
way back.
So I guess before we move on, do we think now, knowing or just kind of seeing what could happen, do we think this will be a success, this console? Knowing that they're not doing E3 and we don't know,
If they don't do E3 and it's coming out
March
next
2017
March or something, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we don't really know anything. It's mostly just rumors. But they've also kind of been I don't know. They haven't really said yes to any of these rumors, but
They haven't said no.
exactly, right?
Would
So it's just
have been nice
a bunch
to get
of
some
unknown stuff.
clearance.
But so far, it looks pretty lame. So
Yeah. Anybody else? Other than Jessica, you'll be buying. But
I'll-
how do you feel about everybody else?
I'll buy it. I don't think it's gonna flourish though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be one of the rare 100 people in the world that own one.
It's you have an NX, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I get asked about Wii U though. Still,
Oh,
she
yeah?
didn't even know I had a Wii U. And that's the
Yeah,
thing when
yeah.
I was there working at Best Buy when it opened, and there was 10 people that got a Wii U, and that was at the opening day. Where Xbox and PS4 lines out the
lines
door,
up.
people are waiting for 6 a.m. Wii U was just a regular. It was just if a Nintendo
It's oh, this
game
is
came
out?
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess I'll get one.
cool. And I knew
What's this?
for about I'd say probably 6 to 8 months. Legitimately, a friend of mine bought one, and then I bought one. And that was all I knew in 6 to 8 months. There wasn't anybody else I met that had one, because it was just screw Nintendo, everyone had given up on them, the hardcore base.
Yeah.
So it's just and that's the thing of I worry that people like myself and even you, Dylan, you said you're a little iffy. It's the thing of obviously they may have lost on the mainstream people, but if they start to lose some hardcore people, then it's just
Well, I think they already culled out a lot of those people with
Yeah.
the Wii. Not
Yeah.
even the Wii U, but just the Wii.
I hated the Wii.
Yeah.
And I actually like the Wii U, and that's why I wish it actually sold better, because I don't want a new console. I like the Wii U, I like the games.
Actually, I like the Wii better. Maybe I'm just a rare case.
I just didn't like that games like Mario Galaxy depended so much on like the movement. You know, that was
I
my
loved it
thing.
at the time, but it's not something I can go back to and have a good time playing those games for the most part. Like,
I-
there's a couple,
I find
maybe,
I
but
go
like,
back to it more. Like, if me and Matt want to play Mario Party, I go back to the Wii as opposed to playing the Wii U. And same with
N64.
Mario Kart.
see, I go back to N64,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
well-
I would much
I
rather
don't
go
have
back
that
to a
available.
GameCube one, you know?
Well, it's just for my N64 is like packed right now.
Yeah.
And I have other games. I don't actually have Mario Party or Mario Kart.
But that's the thing, like, if I only
Which
had
goes
room,
back
if
to
only I could only have
that I
one
could go
console in
on
my
eBay.
house, I would put the N64 there and I would not have the Wii there. I'd put,
Truth.
well, of course I'd
N64?
put the GameCube there.
Yeah,
No.
N64.
I would even put the NES.
I'd put the Wii last.
PS2.
I don't have,
PS2 's
never had a
classic.
PS2.
Yeah.
I never had a PS2. I'd put one there instead of the Wii.
Other than maybe Sega.
Well, it's because PS2 is amazing.
Other than
PS2
maybe,
is like,
other than maybe Sega.
I have 0 games. I would put the PS2 there instead of the Wii.
Exactly. Other than we're not trying to crap on it, but yeah. Other than Sega, all my consoles I'd rather put there than the Wii. I'd rather put the first Nintendo there than the Wii. I'd rather go and play the first Super Mario Bros. Because I just
wait, so you're
hate
saying
the
you
Wii.
don't want the Sega?
What? No, like, I would just play Sonic, so I only got one game. So I'd still take, I guess, the Wii over Sega. I didn't have too many Sega games, so I don't know.
I will pull up my Sega and we'll do a stream of the Sega.
A stream of the Sega. You stream the
Gotta find a
Sega?
capture card for
Yeah,
the Sega.
yeah. But yeah,
I think we've ranted enough. But
Yeah.
Nintendo. Let's move
Nintendo
thumbs down.
fix.
I'll give
Yeah,
it a thumbs
it's not
down.
gonna.
Yeah.
On the note of old games, though, I just want to give a shout out to whatever mom sold me a copy of Final Fantasy VII in almost mint condition for $2. You'll never hear this, but I just love that you're selling your child stuff for so cheap when it's worth so much money.
She could be listening right
Yeah,
now.
she's
You don't
listening.
know.
She's like, nice. That was me.
Okay, what are we moving on to?
I guess some other bad news on my part. Infinity closing down, done, doors shut.
Doors are shut.
Yeah, I think they're losing about 147 million closing down. So nice little bite.
Or like, is Infinity just gonna be done? Like, you can't even play it anymore?
Well, you can play like
Just no new stuff.
Yeah,
right?
no new.
Oh,
well, they
they're
have.
just not continuing it.
Yeah, they have 2 new things they got, which unfortunately I don't really care. They have Alistair Looking Glass coming out and Finding Dory. There's supposed to be some more Star Wars stuff, and they're like pumping that out, like, oh, it's gonna be really exciting, and that's not coming. So that's
That was that Rogue One you said.
yeah.
So we're
the
like-
Rogue one.
I thought
Yeah.
sales were like pretty good for that. Stuff.
I thought so too, but I guess it's just maybe they're spending so much money that, because I think when it released the first week it was in the top 10. Like, I think it was number 10, but I guess maybe it just cost that much, and maybe it's just Toys to Life in general are just going down, because I think people do think of it as being a little ridiculous now to spend so much. And lots of those kids that grew up with the Toys to Life are grown up now, right? And they might not be playing that. I get them because like I like to collect them and I like the games. It's a game that I'm still happy I got, because there's no game we'll be able to have like Luke Skywalker and Spider-Man be in the same game.
Yeah.
You know, like that's always been my selling point. But so yeah, it's closing down. They'll do that. I think I think they'll still production of what's left. You know, they're not just gonna like like the ET old game and just bury it somewhere. Like they're not gonna bury all Black
Mexico.
Panther and Vision out somewhere. Yeah, and like yes. But yeah, but the only thing that's a silver light, so that's bumming, but the only thing that's a silver lining about that is Disney's now going to start letting other people publish their games. So anything that's Star Wars related, Disney or Marvel, I'm very excited about that, because I like Infinity for what it was, but it was no amazing game. You know, it was just a fun game.
It was definitely
So
a fun game.
yeah, so I'm excited for licensing stuff, and I guess I'm definitely on the hype. I'm hoping for Ultimate Alliance 3 now. Because, you know,
Oh, yeah.
The perfect time.
There's
Yeah.
so many games I'm looking forward to just with that. Because, like, the list is endless, basically.
Oh yeah, and just like we were talking on the group chat today, like that Star Wars like RTS that got canceled. You know, I just feel like Disney was trying to go for their family kid audience, where they could. I don't want no Star Wars game where it's like rated R or anything, but I think they can go other places. Like we said, Ultimate Alliance. I don't think it will happen, but like another Knights of the Old Republic, something like that. You know, which Disney was clearly not doing with these platforming games. So, but yeah, that's it. Disney's done. I'm done with my gaming tidbits.
Well, I saw today, a few days ago, something like that. There was an announcement, Civilization 6,
Civ 6.
coming out in October. The announcement trailer just dropped, and I don't know, a couple of you guys checked it out. What do you guys think?
It was a cool trailer. It's cool, but it doesn't mean anything considering
Yeah,
there's no
it's just an
gameplay.
announcement,
Like the trailer didn't show anything at all. It's just like photographs. And
Yeah.
Just like another Civ game.
cool
But
pictures.
it's the sixth. It's like for the sixth game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have no idea. I
What
didn't
is
hear. I didn't
The
hear about
newest
this
one
till
was
you-
Beyond Earth.
So it's
Okay.
kind of
Was
like
that
7.
like the pseudo 6?
Okay.
What's that, sorry?
Like, because there's Civ 5, and then there's Beyond Earth, and now there's Civ 6.
Yeah, so because like
Okay.
Beyond Earth was definitely a different take. It was a
Mhm.
lot different than normal Civ games for obvious reasons. You don't like go up in age really because you're already like in the
Yeah.
future.
Just like on a new planet.
Yeah, so they are definitely going back, and like Civ 5 as opposed to and like any like Civ 4 I find was a lot more popular than Beyond Earth because a lot of people didn't like the change, how you weren't advancing and you didn't like it was a lot different. Like for example, like the barbarians, they were aliens, and just stuff like for me, I really liked it because there was space and all that space. But
What type of game is it? Like what?
it's
type
a
of,
turn-based strategy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is PC only for Civ 6? Do you know?
Civ 5 was definitely on Xbox. I don't know about
Yeah.
PlayStation, so I would imagine it'll make it onto the other consoles for sure.
Yeah.
It works well on other consoles, even though it's like an RTS sort of game.
Yeah, because there's another Civ.
You can come in here and we pause. It's all good.
Okay.
Who was that?
His mom.
Oh,
We don't know. No.
It's like
She
someone
looks,
using your bathroom.
She looks so mortified.
So strange.
Felt
I
bad.
think we can go. They can't.
Yeah. Lost my
She's-
train of
she's
thought.
listening.
Oh yeah, because
So-
there was a Civ game that did came out on Xbox 360. It was.
I believe it was Civ 5.
Is that what it was?
I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
Are they continuing on console again though? Do you know? Did anyone?
I don't see why not.
I'll try and look up.
I'll see
What?
I think it'd be a good.
Okay, totally forgot.
It's not like it would be a bad thing.
Oh, how long ago was that game? It was Civ
Beyond
5?
Earth?
Yeah. All right.
Beyond Earth?
Should everyone.
Came out last year, I think.
Last year?
Yeah, like not even. I think it would have been like just a year.
And was that just PC?
That was. I think so.
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4.
It's coming with big changes.
Nice.
But when Civ 5 came out, like I want to say it came out like quite a while ago.
Oh yeah, I'd say
Because
because 2 to 3 years.
I would say even longer than that. Just unless I'm confusing 4 with 5, which is possible.
I feel like 4 came out a long time ago, like when I was like in elementary
It's definitely
school.
been like it's like an old school game.
Oh yeah.
So even though there's like 6 of them, they definitely like have been out for a while.
It's one of those games though. Like I could go play the second one and love
It's
it.
gonna
Yeah.
be playable at E3.
Oh
Cool.
So I
nice.
get to see some probably
That's cool.
footage and whatnot of that.
Yeah, that's like I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'll buy it like right off the bat
Yeah.
because it's definitely a game you can wait for. But I mean, there's are an awesome series. Really.
They don't really have bad.
I want to
Civ
see what they're
games.
gonna do differently. Because I
They
found
said
with
big
Beyond,
changes.
with Beyond Earth, I found that it was cool.
Did you play it?
Yeah, but like I didn't find like there was anything new. You know.
Yeah.
It was just like it was kind of like a reskin with a couple new features.
Definitely was
You
a
know?
reskin. I agree with you.
It's
Because
been
like.
nearly 6 years since Civ 5.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you
Yeah.
were right then.
For sure.
It's just coming as of right now, just for the PC.
Yeah.
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 On the
So there you
trailer,
go.
it just has a little PC logo.
Yeah.
The classic PC logo.
Boom, Travis
What?
with the
Definitely,
scoops.
I'm pretty sure like at least for the
Thanks,
first
Travis.
few, it was just on PC.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I think Civ 5 may have been the only console one, honestly. Now that I think about it more.
Well, there
So it makes sense.
was one. I don't think it was like a normal like Civ 4 or something. It was like Civilization something else, and I remember it was out on the Xbox 360 because a bunch of my friends were playing it. But it was like really cartoony, and there was totally like a different style.
Civ Disney.
Oh. So
No.
apparently, cities are now able to physically expand across the map.
That's,
They'll take up multiple
that's already
tiles
been the
instead of
case.
one.
The only thing I
That's
noticed
cool.
that was
It's not a
differently
big change.
so far in like the description for the game on Steam, the only thing that's different is that you can like it's pretty much like a better combat system. Like you can stack multiple units on a certain tile, and it'll like change the way that army reacts. And that's right. When I first saw it, I was thinking like, what is the one thing I want the most? It'd probably be a reinvented combat system. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
they do more. Maybe hopefully that means more than it does. But
Well,
other than that, like
Looks like Civ 5 was just on PC as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I hope they, like nothing against the Civ 5 online, but I feel like they should, like I don't know, just add new things for if you want to play with friends and stuff.
Big changes.
Big changes. Yeah. I'm excited.
E3
Yeah.
next month.
But like I'm same with you. Like I have Beyond Earth, and like it's not like I play it every single day, so it's definitely not a
Yeah.
game I'll get ready to release. But definitely interested.
it's the kind of game you just like play for 8 hours one day, and then you don't play it for a few months, and then
Oh,
you
man.
play it next time, and you play it like all night.
Oh, the classic where you're
Yeah.
like just one more turn, and then it's like 6 hours later, and you're like just one more turn, just one more turn.
I like that on Madden. One more
Yeah.
game. One more
Yeah.
game. Especially when you're like GM mode.
Oh.
One more game,
Do
and
you
then
have
you're.
the new one?
What? No,
Are you
I
getting,
haven't.
Are you getting a new one this year?
Maybe
If you
I
get
haven't.
it, I might get it because they have a sick online mode. If you want to play career mode.
Travis
with
doesn't
friends.
play online.
What? I'll play with Kirkland. I play the. I don't. I play the like that. I
Play
would.
Battlefront online.
Yeah, yeah, I have to. Yeah. I haven't got one. I think since 15, which was 2014. I usually wait a few years because
Yeah.
I don't buy them yearly like some people because it's the same thing
Oh,
over
absolutely.
and over.
Every
Like,
sports game
yeah.
is like that. I
Other than a
always
few
skip
new
it.
people and a few new features, it's like I can wait. My favorite modes are the G mode where you like raise the price of food and raise this person's jersey.
Yeah.
Like I'm into that shit so much. I love it. The wrestling game had one and they took it away. Bastards. That's this week's hashtag. Hashtag big changes.
Hashtag big changes.
There you
Okay,
go.
Remind me later.
Yeah.
I'll change it on the site.
Big changes.
Yeah, hashtag big changes.
GeekVerse podcast. Check it out.
But yeah, and just for Civ, like obviously just an announcement trailer. So I don't really know if there's any like gameplay screenshots or videos.
I think there's a few screenshots,
Hanging
but
around.
it sounds like E3 is going to be when they unveil.
Yeah,
like,
I'm looking to see like what the new features are. But anyway, that's all I got.
Mhm.
Someone else? Jessica?
Sure. One thing that we kind of talked about the cast. I don't know if anyone else cared, but new Mass Effect has been delayed. It's been
Yeah.
announced, which
That was the
kind of
console
sucks.
one.
Yes.
So what is it? It's just 2017 now, right?
That was,
Yeah.
that was the console game.
So, did they have a month
Civ
for
Rev.
2016?
Mhm.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I just remember that it was 2016. I don't know if anyone else knows off the top of their head.
No, I can't remember, but I think it's good in two ways. And one, like it sucks because you want to play it, but one, it's good because obviously they can hopefully make the game good. But this year
What's
seems
this for, sorry?
a Mass Effect. They delayed it
Okay.
to 2017.
They are
I'm
saying
going-
it's supposed to be early 2017, so it's not.
So March, May, maybe.
Hopefully.
February.
Spring, yeah. I don't like February. You don't release games there. That's like where you die. Like, because they're after Christmas. It's the same thing as like movies. Like in January, those are when you release like shitty horror movies and stuff like
Oh,
that
okay.
because it's like Christmas. And same thing. Late August is when you drop.
Late
like,
August?
Yeah, that's when you drop like Annabelle 0.5. But yeah, I'm excited to play it. I actually haven't played the third one, so obviously you're gonna.
Have you
I'm
played
not
the
a
first
big
two
fan.
though?
Yeah, I did, and because my friend had them and I played them, and it's just one of the things of. It's just one of those games I lost in the shuffle when it came out. I'm like, oh, I want to get that, and then it's like, oh, but this game came out. This game, like, there's many
Yeah,
games.
there's many games like that. For
I'm
me.
still like that with The Witcher 3. You know,
Yeah.
like I haven't played games that much lately, but I'm still just trying. I've actually been playing Fallout, been playing Metal Gear, like just finishing games or just trying to. It's been a more goal of mine is try to like clear games and not buy so
I'm
many.
totally in that boat too.
But then when you do that, you play less games, you know, and that's what
Yeah.
my mindset has been the past few years. But now it's like with E3 coming out, I know they're going to do announcements. I'm very, very not excited and excited at the same time that they're releasing a remastered Arkham game, the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. It was leaked. That's coming out in June.
So it'd be like the combo of the two games.
Yeah, so no Origins because they don't really like that game. It wasn't done by them. But it's the same thing with Andrade. I might be more... I don't know. I'll probably be more inclined to jump on because it's a new story with 3... I don't know why I knew the story, but it's just one of the things... It just fell through the crack, and I never got back to it, you know? And lots of those games near the end of the generation I felt that I missed out on, you know? Like, that's why I legitimately... Uncharted 4 came out this week, and if you're playing it, that's
Yeah. great.
But I haven't played the Uncharted, and it's one of these things of... I'm just gonna wait one time, buy the collection, and buy Uncharted 4 and just steamroll through
Yeah.
it, you know. And it sucks because I'm missing out on Uncharted, but it's just that was a game that I didn't have PS3, but even like the collecting edition, I'm like I'm gonna buy that, but
The
then it just
Nathan
fell,
Drake collection? Yeah.
and then it just fell through the cracks of like, well, I'll get to it eventually.
I was totally like
you know?
that too because I didn't play the first one, but I got the second one. I think it came. I got it with something else. It was like a combo or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I fell in love with that game. Like, this game is so amazing. I'm like, I want to play the first one. And I just said that for so long. And then the third one came out. And I'm like, I'm gonna play it. It looks so good. And I just
Yeah.
never did. Like, I played the beta, and then it just, same thing. It just fell through the cracks. The new
Yeah.
one's out. And then I feel like one day they'll probably do all 4 games.
Yeah.
A combo. So I'll probably wait for that.
Yeah.
Because they are really great games. It's definitely like a Tomb Raider style.
Yeah,
Like, you're just treasure hunting and stuff. But it's a great story.
and I
I
think
really liked it.
because they did like a collection of Mass Effect for
1, 2, and 3.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that was just for last gen,
That was-
right?
Yeah, PS3 and 360, I believe.
I like those games because the first Mass Effect was the closest I felt getting back to Knights of the Old Republic. Like the Knights of the Old Republic games, very much like that, and just so much RPG element, so much customizing, you know. And so I'll say I'll get on Andromeda, but who knows what comes out that year? I think that they made maybe a good. That was my second point. Good move moving this year because it seems like there's a lot of big games coming out, It didn't seem like that at the beginning of last year, but now as we go
There is a
along,
lot of games.
yeah, there is a lot of game. I remember last year it was like, oh, Metal Gear, Fallout, all this stuff, Battlefront, but it's like next year there's nothing. But now it's like all this stuff, like
Yeah.
as always they pour. And E3 will be even worse. You know, they'll like show you a bunch of stuff that you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But like you're excited for it, but you're like, oh, my wallet. You know, like goddamn.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Just so you guys are saying Mass Effect, I've only heard good things from that series.
Mhm.
I've never actually delved into it, so I don't really know. Like,
It's worth it. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if you play your old consoles, but and
Yeah.
I've only played the first two, but they're some of the best games.
oh,
I've
I know.
played.
Yeah, that's what my one buddy told me. He's like, yeah, it's like probably like my favorite RPG ever. It's just so awesome. So
Especially if
Your
you're
character
picking
goes
up
from like
planets
game to
and
game.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Yeah,
and I've,
Yeah.
and then this will be fourth one will be a new one.
so I might just
Jump on. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
might
I'm thinking.
just
I might
jump
not
on
get
the new
around to
one.
3, and then plus after 3, did you like the ending? Because that was another thing. I didn't get around to it, and then people that liked the game were like, "Oh, fuck the ending." So I was like, "Should I play it?" So like, did you like the ending of 3?
I don't even remember. So.
Okay, so not.
Obviously,
Not
I
memorable
won't-
ending,
It didn't have an
Yeah.
emotional.
So that was another thing of like, oh man. So that's the same thing. I might not ever play 3, but at the end of the day, it's an
I mean,
RPG
if
game.
it's starting at a new point, then
Yeah.
you know, to go back and redo, you know, can continue from where you finished in 2, or if you finish 2, just so that way you can have your character go forward. It's a lot of work
Yeah.
just for it to be forgotten
Yeah.
for Andromeda anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of my favorite things is that was one of the very first games I think I played like that, and Hitman Blood Money that had the option of being shooting in third person and first person. What?
Hitman.
Blood Money though. No, but that was one of the first games I played that had third person and first person shooting. And to me, anytime a game does that, it's automatically a 5 out of 10. They get that because when you're playing a game, there's certain situations where you want third, but when you and you want first, but it's like the option is great. Like I felt so much more better gameplay.
Oh,
then when
man,
you're stuck in
Elder
third,
Scrolls.
you're like, oh,
First and third, just going third. Just look at my dude.
yeah, it's great. So
Especially if it's a game where you have like options to like customize a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sit there in first person the whole time. You're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did I spend all this time?
yeah.
Especially if you look down, you can't even see your legs and stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
give me that at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Be interesting for VR what they do with that, like first person games. You know,
Look in a mirror. Oh man.
you
Yeah.
just see with the headset on,
Head
That'd
explodes.
be creepy.
they take your soul.
I don't know, what if they just do third-person games for VR? That'd be pretty intense.
I feel like that
I
kind
feel
of defeats
like
the
you-
purpose.
Just
Some
looking over
company is
some
going to
guy's
do that,
shoulder.
and it's going to be like really well done, and it's going to
There you
blow
go.
everyone's mind.
I feel like that, yeah, just on drug experience watching your character walk
Yeah,
around.
there's gonna be a lot on drug experience. That's probably
Oh,
a
yeah.
good 50%.
Watch Dogs was just the
That's
start
why
of it, right?
Nintendo, they're not about that.
Nintendo. Yeah, but
Oh.
yeah, that sucks. But
It happens.
yeah, it happens. Look at Zelda.
Other news, I don't know if anyone here cares, but for
I care.
kind of going back to Wii U, actually, Minecraft for Wii U is getting a Mario skin.
Nice.
So like
Looks pretty cool.
enemies actually look like Dry Bones and Bowser and stuff like that, which is
That's actually pretty cool.
yeah, it's
That,
pretty
that
cool.
is really cool.
Minecraft keeps chugging away. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's
How much is Minecraft on the Wii U?
probably $19.99,
Probably
same
$20.
as
At least
everywhere
20.
else.
Yeah, I have it
In
on.
the top-
I have it on PC and PS4 because
Uh,
It's
Xbox
been in the
One
top
and
10 for
360.
like years.
What's
like,
that, sorry?
It's been the top 10 for sales
oh,
for like
yeah.
years.
So easy.
I think it was a couple months ago. It dropped to 10. If you're like, is this it? Is this finally when it drops? And I hadn't checked the
Goes up
past
to
few
9
months.
again.
Yeah, it goes to 1. But,
Yeah.
no, like that and like
I got it for 10 like way back in the day.
yeah,
Nice.
that and GTA ever since that came out has been a powerhouse. That
Yeah.
still is.
Yeah.
That's why you ain't getting.
Well, it's because GTA. It's because they're doing it right. They're putting out a ton of free updates like every month.
Oh, I know, and then
It's so
and
sick.
they don't cloud it and put. Sorry, not taking shots at Assassin's Creed or anything, but they don't put out one every like they. Right when you're done with GTA, you're done with it, and then you get this thing like, oh, I wish a GTA game came out, and then it feels like they wait like a year for that to fester, and then like boom. I'm hoping E3 we get a Red Dead Redemption.
Red
And
Dead.
it's like, I really want
That
that.
I got chills when you said that.
Yeah,
Like
but
actually.
there's a lot of
Oh.
rumors.
The
that
day
seem to-
Rockstar has an E3 conference is that day.
I don't think they ever will, and they usually never.
Hey man, I
announce
didn't think
it.
Bethesda ever would,
That's
but
true.
now they're doing it again. So.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Shout out to
exciting.
Bethesda.
They have another one this year.
Yeah, Fallout 5 next week. You're like, what?
Next week.
Yeah.
I would assume it's a
Dropping
new Elden
tonight.
Scrolls.
Probably not.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah,
it'd just be flourishing on the games they have.
When does
Fallout
Doom come
DLC.
They'll definitely.
This week.
This week.
Oh,
It
really?
already came out by time I think this recording
crap.
dropped.
Wow.
Sorry if I'm wrong, but it's coming out this week or the next.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing. I know we're not really talking about Bethesda thing. Is probably gonna have more Fallout DLC.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna talk about the Elder Scrolls like Hearthstone kind of game that they've been working on, which actually looks pretty cool.
Doom DLC, I'd imagine.
Doom
Yeah.
DLC, and then
They might
that,
tease
that
something.
other
Yeah.
that game that we couldn't remember the name of Battleborn.
Battleborn?
No, but
It's not
also-
Battleborn.
Maybe.
Battle Souls? No. definitely not.
There's
There's
Battle.
definitely a game called Battle Souls that's coming out.
I remember you-
Battle something.
Yeah, you,
They're
Liam,
gonna-
talked about
they're
that
gonna
for
talk
hours trying
more
to
about
figure that
that.
out. But
I
I think they'll tease something. I don't know if it'll be Elder Scrolls, but they might
Yeah, I'm
tease
gonna-
something. Something.
I don't. Just with the way they handled Fallout and how successful that was, just like the way they like marketed it, I doubt they would say like, "Oh, here's an Elder Scrolls coming out in 2 years," because I don't
Battle Cry?
think they're Elder Scrolls definitely not
Yes.
coming out like this year.
Like I said, I don't think it's Elder Scrolls. I just feel like there's something like a MacGuffin. There's something they'll have to end that conference with in a way.
That'll cry.
Battle Cry. There you go. Like I feel like there's something they have to end it with because they don't want to be EA and just show their sports. And I'm not saying Bethesda will be way better, but I feel like every conference you do need to have at least one huge thing or one semi-huge announcement or tease.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, okay, that's why they did it. You know, where if you don't do
For
it,
me, and for any Elder Scroll fan, like even if they just said like what province it's gonna be in, that's like all you need.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I just have to imagine with the way they handled Fallout that they're not gonna do something like that. But I would love it. That would be my dream come true for them
Yeah.
to just say like what province. That's all I need to know.
We'll do a prediction
Then I
show.
can
It's
nerd
coming
out for
soon.
months and years.
What is it? It's less than a month, or it's a
Yeah.
month now because it's like the 12th and whatever.
What's that?
So E3.
Yeah.
it's close.
That
It's-
doesn't. It seems like it's like 4 months away.
Yeah, it's yeah, and then D23 and Comic Con. It's all coming up.
Also,
Good
1
time.
year.
Yeah,
year,
1 year.
GeekVerse.
That'll be excited. We'll have a lot of good stuff coming out.
True enough.
No, this is not the end of the show. It sounds like we're like plugging our stuff. Taylor, take.
Jessica's still going.
I thought you said your last thing
she's
was.
No, I
Go
said
on.
one thing backtracking, going back
You
to
said
my
something
thing.
about Minecraft Mario. Sounds cool.
Yeah,
Okay, what's
let's
next?
Yeah, and then we kind of like, you guys just took off. And
I
then-
thought
You
'cause
get me
said
started on
one
Bethesda,
thing.
and I'm not gonna stop. I probably started myself on Bethesda. But anyway, go on.
I guess me and Taylor can kind of bounce off because Taylor reminded me Borderlands is announced to number 3. It's going to be 2K Euro, though, taking it back from 2K Australia, which did pre-sequel. So it'll be kind of going back to the Borderlands 1 and 2 design that was done. So we'll see kind of what happens. They said nothing's confirmed yet. The only idea that's really been tossed around is that Scooter's son will be one of the characters in it, and none of you probably know who Scooter is at
Nope.
all.
I remember Scooter.
But shout outs to the homie.
Yeah, well, they killed him off, so they're talking about bringing.
That's spoiler.
Spoilers.
That
He's
is
gonna
a,
team up with John Marston's son.
that is a spoiler that it has been long enough that you would probably know already,
Yeah.
and I
I'll
think
probably
it's
forget about it even.
Yeah.
and it's
Spoiler
actually
game.
in.
I feel like you don't play Borderlands.
It's in the
story.
Telltale anyway,
Mm-hmm.
not in the actual.
Oh, like
game
their story ones.
where they kill him off. Yeah.
I'm gonna play that.
So chances are, yeah. So, anything to add on that?
No, just the only other thing I had was that they were thinking of maybe changing the name, so it may not be called just Borderlands 3, and maybe have a different name. That's all I've
They said
actually
they've they. From what I read, the direct quote was, "We have like no ideas for names yet. We might
Yeah.
not call it Borderlands 3 because really there was a pre-sequel which would kind of be 3. So
A lot of games are doing that anyways. And even movies now, they're going for more of the subtitle, you know, not to like date it or make it seem
Yeah.
old. It's kind of crossing streams, but I don't think we talked about it.
Crossing streams.
Yeah, I don't think we talked
is
about
that
it.
touching?
Never crossed
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't look at the guy. But you guys did hear that they are making a Borderlands movie, right? I can't remember who, but they did get someone to write it, and they said it is going to be rated R, and their idea is
Live
to have
action?
it like, yeah. And they're going for Mad Max in space. So that's what their idea is. So
I wonder
it
if they're
is
gonna do like the
awesome.
cell shaded
Yeah.
look to
I,
it.
I bet
They
they
could.
have
They-
to.
think
They have
so.
to, right? But I wonder how they'd pull it off.
Well, there's a lot of cosplayers that have done it really well, like really well, and even when they walk around, they still have the cell shaded look to them and their clothes. So, I mean, I have faith that $1 million budget can do better than some guy in his basement.
And they'll definitely get more than $1 million budget. I think it was Sony, so they're looking for a big movie, so that'd be good. And I think the person that's writing it said they were a fan. So, but I they're still just writing it, and it's in pre-production. I think that still relies on how Warcraft and Assassin's Creed do this year.
My prediction is it does better than Assassin's Creed.
Oh no, but I mean, like if Assassin's Creed doesn't do well, I feel like they could just be like, yeah, that Borderlands movie, we're just gonna shelf it.
No, because Borderlands is going to be very similar to Deadpool, where the kind of especially if it's rated R, where it's kind of like gory and the comedy's really raunchy, and I think they'll go more that direction.
But no, I'm just saying, like, people, not the writers, people that run Sony, if that's the company, they'll just be like, oh, video game movie, like, shelf. It's the same reason why Deadpool took like 10 to 15 years to make because it's like, well, this won't work, and it worked. But that's what I'm saying. It's not so much the content Borderlands; it's just the idea of
The video game.
and especially because both Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, are set up to fail right now.
No,
where
I
they're
know, like,
releasing. And that's where
there's-
if they come out and they bomb, I mean like that. There's like, I don't know if it was Dishonored. There's that. There's like all these gaming movies that are like,
Prince
oh,
of
and like,
Persia.
yeah. No, and then like Last of Us supposed to be getting a movie, but I feel like this year, if one of those if both movies bomb, they'll shelf them all and just be like, you know what, that's not gonna
Is there a
happen.
Dishonored game or movie coming out?
That was a rumor, not
Yeah.
coming out, but same thing like
Don't
pre-production of
Yeah,
like
I
it
heard
was
a
being
rumor
rumored.
of
Yeah,
it.
I think someone got the rights to, but the same thing of like just because they got the rights doesn't mean they have to make it. There's thousands of
I
script
definitely
like
have mixed emotions about that.
yeah, there's thousands of comic book movies that are like, oh yeah, they're still happening, you know,
Oh,
but
okay.
no,
Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, they definitely have a lot on their shoulders.
they have too much,
Too much, yeah, I agree with that. But
especially Creed.
like, I would love to see a Borderlands movie, especially if it's rated R and will be raunchy and everything. I think that would be absolutely perfect. And honestly, I would think it would be better than Assassin's Creed. I won't disagree with you with that because I love Borderlands a lot. And to see that in a cinematic like movie, I'm just saying that
You
would
get
be
that recorded?
Yeah, well, that's on the end of your bloopers
Nope,
for
I'm
sure.
only-
And I'll just play that for an hour.
Like, I won't lie, like I would love to see a movie like that because Deadpool was awesome. I bought Deadpool day one because I thought it was awesome, rated R, and to see Borderlands like that, I would not hesitate to go see
No, just
that.
be clear. I'm not saying it would be a bad movie. I just don't know if it will happen yet. Like that's what this year is a big indicator that like those movies have to deliver. Because like I said, it's like an Iron Man or a Spider-Man. If one of those movies deliver, you're gonna see a bunch of video game movies come out.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, man, maybe there's too much. But you'll get everything of like, this is a property, do it. Like you'll get that same thing. Uncharted movies been in work for like past 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like originally Mark Wahlberg and Rob De Niro were supposed to do it, and it's like, well, that hasn't happened. You know?
Crossover, that and Tomb Raider. That'd be.
That'd be
Sure.
That'd be something.
That could definitely
That
work.
would
But
be a thing.
yeah, yeah. Do you have any more
Geek
news,
Verse
Jessica?
ideas.
I don't know. Do I have any more news?
That's what I'm asking.
The person with the Pokemon tattoos. Come on.
Oh, okay. No, I forgot.
I-
I forgot about
I
that.
I was leaving the best for last. Obviously, this is going to be one for discussion, but yeah, Pokemon
Pokemon.
finally announced it. So
Game on.
Finally announced it. What do you mean finally
like
announced
starters, legendaries.
it? Yeah, but that's
Uh,
Jessica Negri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's someone that's a cell shaded person. They could easily do it in a movie.
Oh, I'm like, what does this have to do with Pokemon?
What is
Yeah, I thought that was-
No, I was just looking it up while we were talking. I was trying to get it done beforehand.
Maybe we'll live stream our 1 year.
well,
we
they
can see
finally
these
announced
shenanigans.
Pokemon, the starters for Sun and Moon, as well as the legendary cover art. We have a set release date now. I believe it was November 18th. So, yeah.
Cool.
And you already hated one of them, Dylan.
Oh wow.
I don't like the look of the starters, but I
Oh,
haven't
none
really.
of them?
I haven't
Like-
really liked any of the recent generations.
Well, which one
honestly.
do you hate?
I thought apparently all of them. I thought you just hated the seal. Apparently you hate all of them.
I don't know if I have hate. I just don't like. I don't like. If I see those three, I'm like, I don't even want to pick any of them. You know, that's kind of where I'm at.
Wow.
They're that.
Jessica's passing around the starters right
I
now.
don't know.
I'm
If
still
you-
definitely not buying the game.
Like, look at the,
As an
water. Look
alcohol.
at the water one. Like,
It's
He's
just
so
the nose on the
cute.
water one that kind of. He looks like a circus
he
circus
looks like
seal.
a clown. kind
Yeah,
of.
but you know
I-
what?
I-
He's gonna
I
have
always
the most
pick the grass
badass
type one.
final
That thing
form, probably.
looks like
to buy one. I'd
it
probably
looks
buy
like
the one
owl
on the
from Animal
left.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Rowlet.
Owl?
Yeah, that
Rowlet.
I'd pick,
Rowlet.
I pick the
Yeah.
owl.
He's awesome.
but-
He's mine. That's what I'm
You're
picking.
picking Rowlet?
Yeah.
Letting all the way.
Plus, he's a grass flying type, and I don't think that any other starter has really been two types before, has it?
No,
yeah.
and
Aren't them the Elven?
not grass.
Oh.
Grass has always just been grass. It's fire that usually gets mixed with fighting.
On their
So-
on their first starter form? Well, I didn't know that. Because usually each, until they get to, their final stage of evolution, they usually, they'd be, another type. But usually at their starter form, they're usually one type, aren't they?
Wasn't Embor... Didn't he start
I don't know.
cross type?
I can't remember.
I know Torchic was definitely just fire, because Torchic's my
Home dog.
home dog.
So November 18th is when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pre-ordered already.
It'll sell.
So and then they
always.
also
Yeah.
have the the legendaries.
I didn't see those actually.
Don't necessarily know the names.
So
yet
does
if
the
they've
show for that, does that start at the same time?
been- So
Sun and Moon saga of the show? Would that start at the same time, or would it start before that?
well, me and Taylor were kind of discussing. We're not really sure because there's the little emblem that's in the Sun and Moon logo is already being used in a show in Japan.
Oh yeah.
So it might kind of already be going, but we won't really know until we know more information on Sun and Moon. So.
Interesting.
Tepig is just a fire type.
Is he?
So yeah. So I'm pretty sure
He's
Rallis.
the first.
I think he's the first that's 2 types, which is pretty cool.
But still, the idea that you cannot have to get a party spot just for Fly, just you already have your starter with Fly, so
I know.
you don't need
That's
an
why I'm
HM
picking
whore.
him. It's perfect.
That's actually.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Everyone should just pick him.
This is
I
like
always
the
pick
first
the grass
time.
type anyway, but
Really?
Then you can
he
pick-
looks like.
This is the first time.
I feel like he's
people
gonna
have
evolve
spoken
into Blathers from Animal Crossing.
Oh my god.
He looks. Google a picture of Blathers, everyone listening, and then also Google the name of that Pokemon
Okay, what's
and
it?
tell me I'm wrong.
Blathers?
Please. Yes.
I was thinking more like Owl from Legend or the Guardians movie.
No, he
Guardians
literally
of
has the
the
same bow tie and everything. He looks
course you watch
the
that
exact
shitty
same.
movie.
He looks the exact same.
Yeah, Dylan has a
know.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dylan has a point. That's definitely his evolution right there. Big crossover
I
coming up.
know.
Crossover.
I'm just waiting for
Pokemon
Pokemon
Cross.
Go, to be honest.
Pokemon Go.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I think it's been so long since we last did the news, but did anyone watch the leaked Pokemon Go footage?
Looks very fun. I'm excited.
Yes.
I sent it to the group
I did.
chat, Taylor. Piece of shit.
He doesn't have internet.
Oh my
so-
God.
or a
Wow.
phone, or-
He has a phone.
I have a phone and I have internet.
Yeah.
I
And
got
he
with
still
it.
don't. So look,
Find it hard to
no
believe.
excuses.
He saw it. He's like, nah. Keep scrolling.
I liked it. I obviously the graphics weren't amazing, but I'm interested in it, and I'm not even a Pokemon fan. So when it drops, I'm gonna download and play it. It was cool to see the
Are you gonna get
Pokemon
the
on the
wristband
grass.
Yeah.
And the change between you could actually play just in the game or put it to camera. And
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
too.
what I liked, and you see it all around.
Are you willing to pay for it?
I'd have to see prices, but likely not.
No.
No, if you just start off let's say you get 3 Pokeballs a month, and that's how it goes, and you gotta pay to get more. I'm fine with that. Even if it's 3 Pokeballs forever, I'm probably fine with that.
You have to play for 3 Pokeballs and stop?
What?
That's enough?
Yeah, just get rid of the other one.
He'll get 3 really rare ones and just trade.
Because let's say a Pokeball was
The Wonder Trade, man.
a Pokeball was $1 to $2.99. That's a comic right there, and there's no way I'm getting this fictional little Pokeball thing over Batman.
What if it's
fictional character.
What if it's a $4 app, but you get unlimited Pokeballs in the game?
I think that's fair.
That's a great value.
Yeah, that's a
That's
great
a good
deal,
deal.
but
That'd
that
be pretty
sounds
good.
too good.
I-
If it was $4 for unlimited,
I don't know. I could see it being a $4.99 app, and then you earn Pokeballs by walking around or something in the game. Because you have to think of every Pokemon
Don't you also
fan.
have to buy a wristband thing?
But you probably don't have to.
Yeah, I don't think you have
I
to, but
feel-
I am wondering what that wristband exactly does and how much that is.
And that could be the moneymaker where they do the app for cheap, and then they get people that buy the wristband.
Where I will not buy the wristband.
Where I will buy the wristband.
Yeah. I don't need a Pokemon wristband.
I think it's just a wristband that says I bought this game. I probably
Yeah,
support
I
Pokemon
play
Go.
Pokemon
No,
Go.
I
find it
don't.
unlikely, actually. Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't market their game that way.
Well, Nintendo may not be doing good right now. So.
That's not exactly Nintendo.
Well, they aren't.
Jessica, was that your last piece of news?
Yeah,
now,
it's
officially?
Pokemon. It's exciting.
Okay.
I thought
No, it is.
I thought people would be more excited. You talked more about every other point I had than Pokemon.
It got me-
Kinda
Well,
disappointing.
I don't.
I like to
didn't
talk about it. but
Pokemon
I'm
Go.
not-
I just I have no interest. I've never liked Pokemon. It's just never been my thing. Just never gone onto it. So it's I don't have much to add. And I've been
damn
pretty
hand down.
positive for someone that doesn't.
It's very important though.
What do you want?
I gotta add something to your Pokemon.
No, we're moving on.
There is a Wi-Fi event right now for shiny X and Y legendaries,
Yeah, it's
which
just
is really nice.
yeah, it's just
That's
just
really
Xerneas
nice.
right now though.
Yeah, Zygarde's ended on the 10th, I think, or was it the 8th? It was
Is
on
it
the
already
8th.
ended?
It ended on the 8th.
You could just say it ended.
It
We're
ended,
definitely
yeah.
past that point.
We definitely passed, yeah. So make sure you get
Time
your
travel.
Wait,
Xerneas.
isn't he only on till the 11th though? By the time this comes out, will he even still be available?
No.
No,
Or did he
Xerneas,
start on the 11th?
he started on the 11th. He goes to
Okay.
the 17th. And then it's
Okay. Wrong.
Eveltal, is that how you say it? He comes after?
Yveltal?
Sounds like all Game of
That's
Thrones
all, yeah.
characters to me.
Yeah.
They could be.
Yeah. Another crossover.
And those are just Wi-Fi events for everyone that didn't hear. So
Cool.
you just go on your fancy 3DS, which is dropped in price according to
2DS.
Oh,
2DS.
oh, never mind.
$80.
Never mind, you're not playing this
$20,
game.
2DS.
Yeah. Originally when he was telling us, I thought he said 8. I'm like, wow, Nintendo is really hurting. $8 2DSs. There you go. Or it's like some evil plot, and they're like trying to kill the world. So
They're just trying to get rid of them. Man. You just buy some
Yeah.
crepes. There's
Why
like a
do we
2DS in there.
Why do we make this piece of shit? Yeah. Hate the 2DS.
Every NX comes with a free copy of a 2DS.
No!
Like I don't want that.
This is your controller, the
But it's free.
2DS.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a control.
Anyway, what do you want to do, Taylor?
What time is it?
What time is it?
It's not 9 o'clock.
It's not 9 o'clock. So it's Taylor time.
Wow. We really built you up, and you really just dropped the
Yeah.
ball.
It is
Yeah.
almost time for Survivor, though. You fans should know you're more important than watching Survivor.
I watched it already.
How?
It's on at 5.
Oh,
Our time. That's what happens when you get a streaming box. Boom. I don't even have cable.
Boom.
I have it recording at 8, so.
Yeah.
An 8. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't you get it 5 too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on at 5, but it's like.
I watch it
in
with my family.
standard
It's a
def-
family
standard
tradition, so I have to wait
And if
to
I
watch
wait
it.
till 8, it's in like high
HD,
definition, so
yeah.
I like wait and watch it at 8.
Anyway,
What's going on in
Taylor's
Taylor's world?
Oh, well, we got a lot of good Star Wars news, actually.
Is this about the game or the movie?
It's about the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're definitely still in video.
I don't know anything about the movies. I haven't looked. but
Rouge
This
one.
is game.
Yeah, Rouge one.
That
So,
should be
fucking
our
phone.
hashtag.
No, that can be when it comes out. My phone, I spelled Rogue One wrong a couple times, and I have an iPhone, so now it just automatically goes to Rouge. So I've just been lazy
A
not to
couple times
clear.
is, he's giving himself some credit there.
Every-
But
Oh yeah, I know, but like it definitely.
he
screwed
released
me
a
up.
video on GeekVerse or like a podcast or something with it misspelled in the title.
I fixed it though.
I know, but
I can time
it
travel.
also happened.
I know,
And
but
you wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you.
because my defense was, it was trending on Twitter, the misspelled one too. So I was like, well,
Really?
yeah, there was the Rogue One, like regular spell, and like Rouge one. So I'm like, definitely, like.
Definitely that one.
You know, I just look like, but I'm like, I can't be wrong because it's trending. But what's your Star Wars?
You should also know that Travis strictly uses voice to text
Yeah,
at
that-
any given time.
Yeah,
so
there's so much stuff that's
It's
wrong.
pretty good, but it's not that good.
No, it's like
there's a couple times
70
where you're like, what
it's like
the hell?
75%. It's like all good, and then it's like, oh, today I went overweight. Can you come over? And it's like, what? So yeah, work on that iPhone.
Right, yeah. Classic.
So yeah, there's a Battlefront 2 coming out.
Like-
I don't know when.
Okay, yeah,
but
sorry.
They said rumored next year.
Rumor next year, yeah.
And I'm not excited at all. Other than they said they might have some based on the new movie. So if they throw Kylo Ren's face on that box art,
I'm pretty
they might
sure it
get me.
definitely will. If it's just a sequel and it's just exactly like what we have now, but read new maps, that's not gonna go very good.
10 out of 10, I'm going to say it's probably that option.
You don't think any of the, like Force Awakens will be in there?
I
Well, it
think that
should.
they'll be like, maybe Force Awakens map.
I think Kylo
It'll
Ren
be
would
like-
be in it, like 100%.
And like, I don't know, I think it's going to be the same game. I think you will
Yeah.
get like the characters in it
It's gonna be-
and some new maps, but I think it's going to be just the same game with a new skin.
Yeah, exactly. Like what they do with Call of Duties when they release
Yeah,
it every single year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's
But
the
there's a
same
difference
game,
from
And it's
being
gonna look a
about the
little bit
original
different.
movies and the new movies. Like there's still new stuff like Star Killer Base and Maz's little cantina
But
there.
is
and
that
whatnot.
enough to put a whole $80
Well,
price
we
tag on
have-
it?
It
Or
will
would-
be for Star
Or would
Wars.
you
Even with
rather
Rogue One,
just
though.
would you rather just that new stuff come out as DLC for the
Yeah,
original
no
game?
kidding.
I mean,
Um,
why not just do that if it's pretty much just going to be reskinned?
But at the same time, I have a feeling this one will have a campaign. That's why I feel like it could be different. Titanfall 2 is getting a campaign,
I mean, if it
and that was
gets
the
a campaign,
biggest
then-
complaint, especially for reviewers. That was always a negative of missing content or doesn't have enough. So I feel like, especially if you have the movie to work off, you can do an easy.
Well, if it has a campaign, that's totally different.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
but I feel like there's a good chance that it'll
Yeah,
be very
I
similar,
don't
just
think-
a
Yeah.
reskin.
It probably will
I
be,
don't
but I
think
mean,
they'll
if
do
it's just a
campaign.
reskin, I'm pretty sure they confirmed that it will be newer movies. They have
Yeah.
Rogue One, they have Force Awakens, and they have the opportunity to do space battles now. And they have, if they do a
Yeah, so
campaign
there's some
in
stuff
there,
they could add, even if they had space battles. I think it will still sell. I think it would sell less than the original Battlefront, but if they throw new skins on there being the new Star Wars movies, I think it'll sell because I want to play as Kylo Ren and I want to play as Rey and Poe and Finn and all that, I don't want to play as Snoke, but I'll
just
still
sit
buy
in your chair as
Yeah.
a hologram.
Yeah, and pretend to be huge.
Battlefront 1 is getting its second expansion pack. So that's the best spin
Called
DLC.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. So you get to be on Bespin, and I may
That's awesome.
I'd be very tempted to actually buy this just alone, just to see like.
Don't you have
Don't you have
season
season
pass?
pass?
No, I didn't get the season's pass.
What?
I
You sat here and defended it.
defended
fucking
it.
You're a Star Wars fan.
I am, and I defended it, but the first DLC just kind of, it didn't really set it up for me.
Oh wow!
I only-
Was the first one Battle of Jakku, or is that the free
That was
one?
That was
Free.
free. The first one was just, I can't even remember.
How do you feel about the heroes you're getting? For
The
DLC?
heroes for this?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Dengar.
I really like Dengar. I think he's
So who is that?
There's so many better ones they could have picked out of that.
There are.
lineup.
Like, if they went with
Really?
Boss,
Dengar?
Yeah.
I would have loved
Yeah.
Boss.
Dengar.
Why
but-
couldn't they get
Who is
Bosk or like the I-689?
IG-80.
Yeah.
IG-88 is pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved them, but I mean,
But
I
they
like,
chose
I
Dengar.
like Dengar. He's the...
Look him up.
He's,
He's a piece of shit.
I'm gonna look him up.
I love him as
Dengar was
nostalgia.
one of my favorite storylines.
Well, I'm
Honestly,
sorry.
if you watch the Clone Wars, you'd learn a lot about him. I mean, he's
I
a big
am.
character.
It's really hard to get
Have you
through
read
right
the-
now. That's not
Oh.
Dengar. It's really hard to get through right now. I'm still not gone through season 2, and I keep getting
No,
fucking
the
Jar Jar
first
episodes.
the first seasons are really hard to get through.
Yeah, they are.
I-
That's why I'll
I
watch
agree.
2 a night, and I'm like, this. I
Exactly.
feel my quota, and I've even like everyone keeps telling me the Star Wars 3. Did you find a picture of Dengar?
Who the fuck is this?
That's Dengar,
I
and
wanna
he's
see.
The
he's
Taliban.
What?
he's a new playable hero now.
Where does he
I'm
I'm
belong?
okay with that.
Where-
I'm
where
not
did he
gonna
come
buy
from?
the game.
He's in Empire Strikes Back. He's in the lineup of the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
He's one of the bounty hunters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I
it's
think-
like they picked one of the one of the lamest ones. He is the lamest one there.
So, like, I agree. They could have. I would have loved Boss or
Why
IG-88,
not?
but you know, I'm not like pissed about Dengar. I think he's pretty cool. He's an
I think
underdog.
there's a lot of people who are like, really, Dengar? And I'm one of them.
I'd say from like a gameplay standpoint, and like I think they could have chosen a better choice.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'd say Dengar's pretty freaking awesome. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a pretty awesome character, but in a game he doesn't bring anything special, which I think they should have brought him.
Yeah,
Like IG-88 or Boss would have probably been like the top 2.
I
don't
just
see how they could have brought the I don't remember the other guy's name.
Yeah.
The force using guy and his robot.
The Force using guy?
Yeah, like, there's like the short guy, and then he can use the force to find people. That's how he
Can he?
has-
Or was that in the books?
No, he's in the movie, but there's also.
Were those the guys the guy that looked like a bug, kind of?
Yeah, he looks like a bug kind of, and then he has like the robot that attends him.
But does he have the Force in the books?
Yeah.
Then he has no more Force anymore.
I forgot about
Because the books don't count anymore.
No, I don't care. That I don't.
Well,
When
and they
Force
got...
Awakens doesn't count.
They got Lando.
They got Lando,
That's
which
good,
is kind of
but-
cool, but I feel like
I-
he's gonna be like Han Solo too much.
And I
kinda.
called it that they're not... The second I saw the bowcaster, and then like, Chewie's not in there.
Is he using a bowcaster?
No, you can just use a bowcaster in the game,
Oh
remember?
yeah.
You
I
Yeah,
thought you meant
so-
you meant
you don't have
Lando's
to be a
using
woman.
it. Like, whoa,
yeah,
that doesn't
he
add
murdered
up.
Chewbacca and took his bowcaster.
Well, he took Han's clothes. I mean,
yeah, filthy bastard. But
um,
yeah, so I don't think you need a Chewbacca, and I feel like even if Dengar was one of the bounty hunters and they put maybe all of them, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But just
That'd be a cool.
I feel like it's kind of meh, and yeah, I haven't bought any of the DLC. I haven't played it probably since Star Wars hype. I'll probably play it again when Rogue One comes out because I'll have the Star Wars hype. But I haven't played it in a while. It's not like the greatest game.
the only like I'd buy this DLC to play as Dengar. Like I'd be down to try him
Oh
out.
my God.
But I
Dylan,
would.
were you impressed by Dengar?
No, not at all. Even when they showed the lineup, it's like, why don't you have like anyone else in that one?
Yeah.
Really.
I'm looking forward to seeing like the AT-ATs on Bespin and all that. I think it'll be kind of cool. Like visually, like that's where I'm a sucker. Like when I was playing Jakku, like I spent time looking at the sky and seeing the Star Destroyers blowing up because I'm a sucker for like this.
Now you know better than me. Bespin's Cloud City, so is
How
it?
would you put AT?
That's what I'm asking. How do they put AT-ATs on Cloud City?
You don't.
They're
Yeah,
flying
you
AT-ATs.
really can't. So I mean,
Well, that's good.
that's why I really want to see like what are they doing here? Because like the old
Do you know
Battlefront,
that for sure can happen?
I don't know. Like
So you don't
when they're
even-
flying over the city in the movie, it is a pretty dang big city. So
Yeah,
but in the old game, like
Dang
in
big
Battlefront
city.
1, there wasn't room for any like
No.
land vehicles, just ships.
So then, why do you
But-
think AT-ATs will be on there?
Well, I'm assuming because I was like they're obviously in the city, and when they were maneuvering around in the movie, it was a really big like station. So I'm
I don't know if it's big enough for AT-AT, and you just said in the old Battlefront games it wasn't.
in the old Battlefront there wasn't, but that was just a platform. That wasn't actually
Yeah,
on
it was just
Cloud
like a
City.
little port.
Yeah, so that's where I'm wondering how
I'm
they're
just
gonna do
telling you
it.
not to get your hopes up, you know.
No, but that's I know. I'm just
Well,
I'm a
that's what-
sucker
no.
for the scenery, so that's what I want to see. If
But
they
that's
pull
what
it
your
off,
hinge on DLC buying was like, man, if I can see AT-ATs on Bespin / Cloud
That's
City.
well, that's what they're preaching. Like it seems like their whole
They're preaching.
their whole ace
How
in
are
the
they
hole.
preaching?
Well, they're just saying you're gonna get to see AT-ATs in Cloud City.
Wait,
So-
no, wait a second. Have they? You say they're just saying, or have they said that AT-ATs will be on there?
Well, every time I look up like this new
It's a yes or no
DLC,
question.
I feel like I'm
Yes.
talking to Robert Durst right now. Come on, answer clearly. So have they said yes? AT-ATs will be on Bespin.
Yes,
Okay, so I can look a quote up after this cast
Yeah.
and find it.
that's what I wrote. Like I quote
That's what you wrote.
word for word. I quoted. That's what they said. That's what
Okay.
I'm repeating and
Who's
basing off
they?
of. They.
Yeah.
That's my
One of your sources.
The other.
my
Okay.
Ubisoft
Well,
sources.
continue your news then. Yeah, you're the EA game.
And Dengar, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just gonna have just a lot of new maps and then a new game mode. So that's not enough really to sway me over, but I mean it's on Bespin, so we'll see.
Sounded like you've been swayed.
I think-
Huh?
Yeah, from the guy who told us why you should buy the Battlefront and why it was so cheap.
Okay, see, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure they
Cloud
could.
City, it could have AT-ATs, but the issue is getting them there.
Yeah,
You'd have to like build it inside the city.
Yeah,
and
you
just
don't
Well, they
have
have their
everyone stuck
drop
in the
ships
city.
and stuff too.
I'm not gonna look
Where are
it
they
up.
going to drop it in?
I'm gonna trust
just on
you.
the side there.
I'm gonna
slide off. They have no ways of getting the AT-ATs there, but it is big enough to hold them.
Dengar.
Dengar is cool, okay?
I don't see
As a
it.
character, he's really cool.
I just don't
If you-
see
They
it.
should put Gengar
You know,
instead.
they pulled off Nia Nun pretty
I would've
good.
complained.
I think they could pull off Dengar.
But you didn't have to pay for him.
Nia
Oh,
Nun? Yeah, you had to.
did.
Wait,
Oh God.
who is this?
You remember the guy in Return of the Jedi who was in the Millennium Falcon when they were blowing it up, and he was like that? Yeah, he was like that guy with the
He
weird
was
like
with
mouth.
Lando.
He was with Lando, and he's freaking out at every
Oh.
fucking thing.
Why don't they put fucking Admiral Akbar in there?
They should. Admiral
And even
Akbar.
Chewie's not in there. But couldn't you get him before as just a costume?
Chewie?
No,
Or
no,
Nien
the
Nunb.
other guy. I can't pronounce his name.
Nien?
Yeah, Nien Nagah.
Neanderthal.
Yeah,
get the
you could get him
Neanderthal.
as he was a skin. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a Celestian.
That's lame.
Yeah, that is pretty lame. I forgot.
Yeah.
But then Greedo as well. Greedo, you could get him as a skin too.
Fuck this game.
That's why I went way over.
Move on,
Conspiracy
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I guess I'm not buying
We're
Battlefront
in the
2.
wrong part of the galaxy right now.
So I'm gonna tie these two together: Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Or Modern Warfare,
I
sorry.
mean, Infinite Warfare?
No,
Call of
just
Duty 4.
COD
With
4.
Well, I feel like you can't talk about that and not include Infinite Warfare.
I think people are
Because
gonna
they're
though, because I don't think people are buying it for Infinite Warfare.
They're buying it for COD.
Can you only
Yeah.
get COD 4 though if you get the
Yeah.
limited
Not a.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you
Throw in mixed
if you
signals.
get the limited edition, which is $100, then you get COD 4. But if you just get the regular Call of Duty
You just
for
get
like
Infinite
$80,
Warfare.
you don't get Modern Warfare 4. And I thought you did.
You get shit all.
Because when they released the trailer for it,
You
it's
get-
like
you just get
$79.
one game.
You get Modern Warfare 4. I'm like, oh, this is great. How could you go
I
wrong
think
with
you
that?
might be wrong. I think you're right the first time. After I heard a few people.
No,
talk
I
about
asked. I went to EB Games to pre-order it, and that's what you get.
it.
Unfortunately,
You don't think they could possibly be wrong?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
You
they
get paid
could.
big bucks
No.
there.
I just listened to a few podcasts, and I've been hearing the 89 thing. So
I don't know, because I even looked on Microsoft website, and it doesn't.
When I looked
include it.
online, it was $100 for
Okay.
the two.
Yeah.
games.
I'll fact check.
So I'm gonna get Modern Warfare, and
I was going to, but I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, I will be at school at the time, so I won't even have my PlayStation. So there's no reason for me to get it now. And like, I feel like, I don't know. I guess you might be able to get the limited edition later, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
you
Would it
could-
just
you
be
should
like
be
at
able to-
release?
I think
no,
they'll
you
st-
should be able to.
I think even though they're saying that, I think eventually they'll still release COD 4 alone.
Remastered?
they
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to. There'd
Even
be
if
so
it's
much
digital.
demand for
Yeah.
it.
They will eventually do it, but it's just a question of when. And obviously, it'll probably be next year or sometime in the summer when they've already
Had it.
had it out for a while and they're working on whatever else is coming out.
I'm not totally against like the new Call of Duty because like there's not that many
Of
co-op.
course not.
No, but there's not
You've never
many.
been against.
There's
it.
not many co-op options out there for games now, and like I want to do a lot of split screen games with my girlfriend, so Call of Duty is
So,
perfect for that.
The campaigns co-op?
The campaign doesn't have co-op now, and I'm really
What'd you
really
say? What did you just say then?
Infinity Warfare. Like that, it has co-op multiplayer, and they're doing a new
Oh,
Zombies that's
okay.
co-op, but the campaign doesn't have co-op anymore. And I'm really disappointed about that because Black Ops 3 had co-op campaign. So now
Battleborn's online co-op.
Battleborn is.
Online co-op, yeah, couch co-op online. It's like Battlefield online only, but you can actually couch co-op online.
Isn't Battleborn really similar to Overwatch?
It looks.
I can't tell the
similar
difference when I
sort of
see a
style.
trailer.
Yeah.
For them.
I
can't
have
tell
no
the
idea
difference.
what Overwatch looks like. I've seen
Overwatch,
0
it's-
trailers, but the Battleborn is by the same people that did Borderlands. It's like colorful and weird.
Yeah, no,
comic-y
I've
style
seen
and-
it. Gameplay.
Yeah,
I've seen
it looks
gameplay.
pretty cool. They have some cool trailers. I
Yeah.
watched all the trailers the other day, and I was like, these are cool.
Yeah, it's $79.99. It's the Legacy Edition
For what? Sorry.
for the whole game. Like to
Not
get-
Modern Warfare.
Yep.
U.S.
No.
dollars?
Yeah, I
That's
was gonna
gotta
say,
be
is that
US.
What?
Is that US? Because that's like $2,000 Canadian.
But like whatever it's gonna put, whatever their price they're selling
Might
it
as
doesn't
well
matter.
be.
It'd still be $79.99 here than it would be in America. So that's
No,
what
the
it
price,
is.
prices are
No,
gonna be different.
That's
Very
not. It's
different.
not true because I had to pay $100. Honestly, if I could get away paying $79 for those two, I would
I have to
have.
say, he is right.
Mm-hmm.
The Canadian dollar is going to change that price that you're looking up, probably.
Oh well, then for us, but they're still selling at North American. What like majority of our listeners,
What
it's
game is it again?
$79.99.
I see what
Call
you're
of Duty
saying.
Like they're like for
Infinite
us, yes,
Warfare.
it's $100, but I'm saying their retail price is
Infinite?
$79.99.
Yeah, Infinite.
So that's what they're selling it at.
Right.
So
That's fair.
yeah, for us Canadians, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still
Yeah.
hella expensive.
No, 79.
Yeah.
It's on EB Games.
That's not including Modern Warfare though.
Does that say Legacy?
That's just it has to be the Legacy Edition. Yeah,
It has to be.
it has
Still,
to be.
it has to be.
Disney Infinity. Yes.
Disney.
Yeah, put it in
Warfare.
Oh yeah, Legacy Edition 109.
Yeah, well, Canada
Nope.
sucks
Yeah.
for pricing, but yeah, in America it's $79.99. So that's why I
Not
guess I've
cool,
heard it so much.
Canada.
So.
Crazy expensive.
Yeah, 'cause
Not really.
Yeah,
For
regular
$79.99 is not bad because most like games are still $70, so it'd be $10 more to get another
I
game.
still think that's expensive. For
I don't.
games.
If we could get it for $80, I think that's reasonable because then you're paying only $10 for another game. But I'm
A
not.
brand new game with tax. You're already paying like $90.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah.
I didn't think the dollar really had an influence like with
Or
games.
you can get the season it with a season's pass for 159.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
$159.
that's not too
Never.
bad. Like when you were
Wow,
looking, like
that's
if,
like-
no, hear me out. Like
no,
if you want to get
no,
a season,
I'm not gonna hear you out because you told me about Battlefront and then you don't even fucking own it.
Yeah.
no.
Everyone's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm saying like if you're gonna go and buy the seasons pass individually, like not like if you're gonna buy the game and then the seasons pass separately, then you don't want to. You'd want to get this because you're saving money in the long run. That's the only thing I'm defending. You're better off getting a seasons
Apparently,
pass with
there
the
is
game.
a steel book too. Actually, as I continue to read, which also comes with the
I'm
soundtrack
sold.
and stuff.
I'll just wait until
$160
I'll just wait until they
you're
release
sold?
Mod 4.
Oh my God.
Mod 4.
Steel case, I can't.
You can get like 3 2DSs for that.
They probably give me one for free.
They just hand them out with every game sold.
Spend more than
And their Nintendo
$100, you
consoles.
get one for free.
But yeah, that's all I have for Call of Duty. But Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1.
When I saw that trailer, honestly, I couldn't fathom what I was seeing.
Trailer sucks.
A Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No, it's a World War One game, and they're playing fucking like Glitch Mafia cover of whatever that song is.
So
78. Because
Seven
that to
Nation
me
Army.
proves. I look at that, I'm like, oh, this is if Michael Bay were to do a World War One movie, and that's what Battlefield seems
Oh.
like.
Battlefield's like the Michael Bay of
Yeah,
shoot 'em
and that's
up.
why I think it looks like shit.
Yeah. I don't agree
I
with
think
you
That's
there.
me.
I think I like how they're kind of taking a different approach to World War One games because most games they're dark and gritty and like the color palettes are like grays and blacks and browns and
Don't forget
And-
green. Lots of green.
dark green, not bright green though. It's like a dark, very dark. And,
But that's what World War
I-
One was, though. That's my thing of like.
I mean,
now we're just changing it
that's-
for the fact of changing
Well,
it.
what
You
was-
know, I just feel like you're not gonna get a
I mean,
really.
yeah, it was, but
You're gonna get a really flashy thing of if people want to play this like action game, sure. But when I heard they were originally doing World War One, I thought they were really gonna change it up and maybe make a game. That's why I hold Call of Duty 2 to such high standard because that campaign is really good and it feels like a war game. Call of Duty does no longer feel like a war game; it feels like a shooter. That's what I thought Battlefield would do, but it's just kind of like, oh, it's just the same old. In like what Battlefront is a different skin. It's the same game, but just in like World War One skin.
Well,
You
see,
know?
that's where Battlefield 4 was like more like an expansion pack. Hardline, I didn't even want to get that because that felt like a
Yeah,
reskin.
a lot of
But
people-
Battlefield 3 was absolutely amazing. It was a blast, and a lot of people wanted the World War One. They wanted to go back. Like it's a huge demand. So the people are really really excited that.
Oh, I know.
that
I just
they
say like for
listen
me,
to.
like it does like with that trailer, I could have been like, oh, maybe I'll think about it. But now it's like, no, I just place it back into like, oh, it's just an average shooter again, you know?
Really?
It's just trying to be. And like, they're never going to eclipse Call of Duty, especially with Modern Warfare now, 4 coming out. That kills them. So they had kind of a chance to maybe get an upper hand on them, but that Modern
You think
Warfare
Modern Warfare kills it for
Oh,
Battlefield?
100%.
I don't think so.
I don't think
There's
so.
a lot
You
of
don't.
people-
So you think Call of Duty will not outsell?
I think Battlefield
Battlefront?
1 will.
I think
Absolutely.
Battlefield will also.
Okay, we
I
can
think
see
there's-
when it happens.
We'll
but
see what happens.
Yeah.
everyone
I-
said the same thing about
I-
Battlefront, and that didn't happen. Even with the Star Wars hype, and Battlefield has World War I hype does not match Star Wars hype. And that's where Call of Duty still, even though the sales are down, is still killing. It's still always the number one game.
Battlefront was so like hyped up, and like we didn't have DICE work on a game like this, like Star Wars, and we didn't know really what to expect, and it had a high expectation. Battlefront, like we know what we're wanting with this, and we know
Battlefield, you mean?
Battlefield. Yeah, sorry, fuck. I think it's a game that I think it'll deliver. I really think it will.
What do you two think? Do you think that can beat Call of Duty
I
in
think
sales?
I think the difference here is that like we talk about Call of Duty and like I think 4 of us were considering getting it even though we haven't been getting Call of Duty just because of COD 4. So I think that's what does it. Not the fact that it's a new Call of Duty, but
The
I was
nostalgia.
considering getting a new Call of Duty because it came with COD 4.
And are you considering a new Battlefield?
I don't have.
And Jessica's not getting a new Battlefield.
No,
and that's what I
neither
mean.
of them.
So for me, it's like a 50% thing. And you made a good point of I almost bought Call of Duty. And now, like, there's 100 I won't. But
It
like,
doesn't matter like the context of the fact that it's paired with COD 4. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter, right? Like
Yeah, I think people look at that and see COD 4 remastered and Infinite War as like a side thing where and you don't even know Battlefield has to see if it does good reviews, and if it doesn't do good reviews, that can hurt it. Well, Call of Duty generally does good reviews.
That's true.
Even though
but
it's a tired franchise, usually it's in that. I don't think I've ever seen anything other than maybe Ghosts lower than like a 7.5. It's always like an 8 or a 9 or something like that. Like they get reviewed well, and like Dylan said, just I think COD 4, and then if that's successful, every year you're gonna see, you'll get Modern Warfare 2, you'll get this remastered, like you'll get those 2 at least remastered, and then
Yeah, but then people are gonna get. It's just the fact that it's remastered. I mean, there's a lot of hype with the fact that Battlefield, like old games like 1942 and stuff, like the fact like there's a lot of people that will like that nostalgic feeling of being like playing in a scenario that's old, that's not so futuristic anymore. And the fact that they're actually doing it before Call of Duty is
like
a huge step.
I don't look at it that way. I look at Call of Duty's just done with that, you know, like, and that's where I don't feel like it's like Call of Duty was like, man, I can't wait till we make our World War I game. You know, like they are doing their futuristic thing, but then if they want to service the old people, they remaster. And I think if people had to pick, they'd pick the remastered over this Battlefield World War I, because you know what you're getting with the remastered at least. You know you're already getting this. If you had to go in blind, no reviews or anything like that, no packages, no nothing, you'd pick Battlefield World War I over Modern Warfare 4 remastered.
I would. If I was looking at 2 trailers.
No, I said no
Oh,
trailers. You're blind, so you have to pick. That's what I'm saying. You go in blind. In Mod War...
So I already know what Modern Warfare is.
You've played it. Yeah, you've played it before.
But I
This is
haven't
just
played
something-
any previous Battlefields?
No. And that's the situation that's kind of happening right now. You'll get the trailers and reviews, but people haven't played Battlefield 1. They've played Modern Warfare 4 or whatever, COD 4. There's too many fucking titles on that game.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
The thing about what you're saying is you're only taking the COD 4 remaster into account, but you have to buy Infinite Warfare to get it. So,
but it doesn't. I don't think people will be buying it to play that. Like you have to buy that. But it's like if they were to release Call of Duty 4 remastered alone, I think they would still charge
easy.
50 to 60. So that's why I feel like
Easy.
it's still
And
you're still buying one
COD
game.
4 remaster, I think, would be way better. Like
Yeah,
I'd way
but
rather get that than Battlefield 1. But if I had to get Infinite Warfare to get COD 4, I'd way rather choose Battlefield 1.
But I think with us it's a bit different because over the 100 mark. But in the main category where they're going to look at that sales, $79, like Kirkland said, that's already a game. And $79 in America, that'll sell easily. You know, like people, you already talk about how people buy these collection editions, all this with Call of Duty, just to pay $20 to get another Call of Duty game. Like they're getting a full game and they're getting multiplayer maps. Like I just don't see. I think COD is too big to get. Battlefield hasn't beat it before, so why would it beat it now? That's my thing.
I don't know. I mean,
Especially with you get 2, and that's the other thing. Even if you might not like this Infinite Warfare, you still get 2 games in one, kind of with Call of Duty.
that is true, but I don't know if Modern Warfare could live. Like, it's great to get a remastered game, but that remastered nostalgic game, I don't know if it'll compare to this this new Battlefield 1 scenario. I don't.
I kind of think you're wrong on that one.
I
too.
do too. We'll see, but
know.
it's just like Battlefield.
You're taking like was like widely considered like the best game of the franchise, though.
Yeah,
it's not just a random remastered
and Battlefield
game.
1
Like
has always
the
been
best
revered as like the second step. Like it's never
No.
been. But yeah,
I mean, when
it
you
has,
have Modern
and I don't
Warfare
even
3
like Call
and
of Duty.
Battlefield 3, when those two both came out, Battlefield 3 was by far it.
Yeah,
look
but
at the
that-
Might be a
sales.
better game, but it didn't sell. I have to agree that
Yeah.
Call of Duty is probably going to sell better. I don't think it's. I don't think
Well,
it's
I
gonna
converted
work.
him. Just gotta get you.
Kirkland, I need you
I'm not.
here.
I'm not saying it'll be a better game. I'm just saying sales. Call of Duty is still a juggernaut, and Battlefield is still the second place
Yeah.
runner up.
Sales wise.
Call of Duty's Marvel.
Call of Duty.
Battlefield's DC.
Yeah.
Call of Duty
Anything you
Civil
wanna
War.
Well, I don't know. Like for the sales point, like you definitely have a point. You can't argue with the numbers.
Yeah.
But, like for me, like I have zero interest in getting Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
Like even though it's COD 4, I love that game. I'll go play on my Xbox 360. I'll get.
And
I'll get a month membership.
And that's because the price, right? Like for
Well,
us, or is it just in general you've changed?
Well,
like,
I'm done
not
with
getting-
Call of Duty. Like,
Yeah.
I put in
Yeah.
like a decade of Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
I have one game of Battlefield, and it's Battlefield 4, and I loved it. I never really played the online because I didn't have like too many friends to play with. As sad as that sounds.
It's definitely a squad game.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Like for the Call of Duty Battlefield, like I feel like there's people that love Battlefield and that hate Call of Duty. There's people that love Call of Duty, hate Battlefield. Like, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen. People are gonna get those, and then
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like for me, I've always been like, oh, Battlefield's a lot more realistic than Call of Duty, definitely. And like for me, as a war game, like it's basically like a war simulation, right? Like Battlefield. So I find that a lot more interesting than just a shooter, which
Yeah.
Call of Duty is
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So for me, I'm definitely more inclined to go Battlefield 1, and like I don't know. I just think the World War I thing's awesome. I like the horses. I like the plane. I like the biplanes. I think that looks so
yeah,
cool. But like for me, that's a personal opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and
And
I
the
wasn't
sales,
saying that
but-
the game. Like I didn't like the trailer. So like the trailer for me was like, okay, I'm not buying because I didn't really like. It was like okay, but yeah, no, I'm just talking sales. Like it could come out and review better, but I just think it's just too big of a.
From a completely unbiased, I've played zero of anything opinion, I would go and buy COD with the remastered game that I've heard is the best of the series, as opposed to going
That's a
to
good
buy
point.
something that I hear mixed reviews about Battlefield.
Yeah, but when you like, you're
I hear-
saying sorry.
Well, I don't. I feel like that's kind of relevant because you're not gonna buy any of them anyway.
No, but this is
If she had to, if I put a gun to her head, and said you need to buy one of these
Yeah,
games.
but,
Yeah, but that's
I
not
feel
gonna
like there's
happen.
gonna be a lot
no,
of
it's
people.
gonna. In November, we're gonna buy a gun. No.
No, but I feel like for this game, like it's not Call of Duty 4 and Infinity War. That is not the game. The game is Infinity Warfare. If you get the special edition, you get COD 4. There's gonna be a lot of people that don't even get the COD 4 edition.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, it will. No matter, and that's my
Good
thing
point.
of. I feel like it's good. Even Ghost sold well, you know, and that's the thing of. I feel like
the sales standpoint, I'm totally agree with you.
yeah, and that's what I was
It will-
talking about.
yeah,
'cause
no, yeah.
You said that it's gonna overtake COD. I just
Only
I just
based
don't
on
see
how
that.
much excitement I've seen online.
But you
for
see a lot
this
of
Battlefield.
excitement for Assassin's Creed, and
Yeah.
I don't. It depends on what pages
depends who
you
you
follow.
Yeah, if you go to a
and where you
Battlefield
look.
page, of course it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
No,
or
but
if
I'm
you
not
just type
going
in
to. I'm not
Battlefield on
going.
Twitter.
I'm not going and doing
But-
stuff
The
like
odds
that.
that you're on a page that's
But
like
we're-
half Call of Duty fans and half
Yeah.
But we're
Battlefield
going
fans.
back to it depends what you follow. For me, I don't follow Assassin's Creed page and a COD page and a Battlefield page. So for me, I see zero hype for any of those things. Where you follow an Assassin's Creed page, you run Assassin's Creed page, you see all this hype for Assassin's Creed. So of course, if you're following a Battlefield page, you're gonna see all this hype. But for it all depends what you like, where you look, what you
I know.
follow.
And for Battlefield, like I don't follow any Battlefield pages because I wasn't expecting like a new game to come out. So when it did, I was trying. I was
wasn't
looking
expecting it either.
I was looking in like very neutral places, and there was a little like, but the majority seems to be great, and all of it that I have seen, they're all talking about Call of Duty's just like,
Yeah, but-
this is
I think the same thing.
That's like the classic joke though, right? Is that Call of Duty's a shit game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
it's
feel like if
every-
you looked under
yeah.
a Call of Duty trailer, you'd see the same stuff of like, oh, this is so much better than Battlefield.
Actually,
I
Infinite
haven't.
Warfare trailer has reached 1 million dislikes.
it's the
Yeah.
highest.
That doesn't
dislike
matter though.
trailer.
It doesn't
that doesn't
matter.
mean that they're like.
Oh, I know it doesn't mean. I'm just like to say.
yeah,
that.
no, but like it's,
You can look on the Infinity Warfare trailer
So
and see a bunch of
does
things
Justin
shit
Bieber. He's
talking
doing
it.
pretty well.
no, and I'm just saying for both of them. Like I'd say you'd go to Call of Duty, see that, but like what I'm taking out is the online until now, and I have lots of friends play video game. And Tyler said he was excited. Kirkland said he liked the trailer. But like this is the only time it's been brought up, and it's been out for about maybe 2 weeks now. And that's why I think just because like it does depend where you look. Because none of my friends that play video games, and some people that still buy Call of Duty, which I go to them like, why do you buy this? Or you still buy it. and people that are in the community and play it, no one texts me that, man, that trailer was sick, or man, I can't wait for this. So that's my thing. Like, obviously, it's a like I can't think of the word, so gone. But it's a I keep trying to think of it, but it's.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I don't know as many people as the internet, but it's a small selection of people. But so far, let's say if I knew 50 people and 25 of them were gamers, and discounting them because you brought it up, one of them brought it up. So 1 out of 25 for the people I know, and that's gonna be different for everybody. But I just feel like shooters in general are dying as far as excitement. So I feel like that's one thing. Even Call of Duty and Battlefield are both
Counter-Strike. That's what it's all about.
I was gonna say, yeah, like that's the only one I actually still hear about, to be honest. But like, because the PC community. But I feel like
relevant tournament.
Yeah, and I feel like
community.
shooting in general is down. So I don't know. I'll be very excited, but it's one of these things of I just thought Battlefront actually had a chance because of that Star Wars hype, and I just feel like if Star Wars can't do it, COD I think would need like 2 ghosts in a row for. It to happen like that, and it hasn't. Yeah, like 2 games where it's like if but that's where I think they're saving themselves.
I like ghosts.
Even if they know this game is shitty, most of the fans, the hardcore COD fans, will buy it for that COD 4. And if you got a shitty game, oh well, you got this great game that you've played before, and people love playing shit before. How many remasters have we bought? I'm gonna buy Batman again. I could go play it on my 360. No, because it's nice, prettier. I'm gonna go buy a PS4 one. You know, I played that game like 5 years ago, but it's like, oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, when I worked at EB Games, the very first shift I worked was a COD midnight release, and we had people lining up outside the mall before the mall even closed because we were doing a midnight launch to get first in line.
Yeah,
Which COD was it? Do you remember? I'm just curious.
Black Ops?
Ghosts? Oh.
Think Black Ops.
Black Ops? Okay.
That sounds right.
That's a decent one.
We'll keep it up. Maybe we'll do a dollar bet and we'll see. But like, cause
I do a
when
dollar bet.
when does that come out? Battlefield?
It comes out October 21st,
Okay,
and
so-
COD comes out on November 4th.
I'll
That's
do
an early release.
So
That's
I'll
an
do
early
a dollar
release.
bet if it means we can move on to a new topic.
So just really quick, based on the days that they're coming out, what do you think? Do you think that has any kind of
They're pretty much like a week or 2 weeks apart, right?
yeah? So do you think most people have been inclined to get Battlefield before, or
I think people
No.
that are gonna wait are gonna
You think
wait. The
they'll
people
wait?
that are
I
gonna
think
get
I'll have to
it.
wait till E3 for sure and see how much they really play up this COD 4 remastered and see what they do with it.
It's
So
like their whole
yeah,
E3
like it's the same thing we
conference,
talk.
just
Yeah.
before.
It's the same thing we talk about with PS4 Neo, right? Of like it's all about how they approach it. And same thing if they. I'll wait till after E3 to say like, and I gotta see which games are announced, but I'd still pick COD.
do you think they would even show a lot of remastered like
I
COD
think
stuff
so.
there? Because
I
that
think
seems
so.
you already know what you're getting.
But still,
they could
people,
show a little bit of
ooh,
gameplay.
like it looks nice. They can. I feel like I don't know. I just feel
They're
like they
gonna
don't.
show the ghillie suit mission. You're gonna crawl around.
Yeah,
Just do
and
the
that
whole
could,
bit.
but that would,
Beautiful.
but wouldn't that get you hyped at E3 seeing that? And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but that's what I mean. So it's like, yeah,
So you're thinking like we'll show you a whole like 15 minutes of COD 4
No.
and then we'll show you like 2 minutes of
I think
Infinity
50-50. No, I think you get 50% that and 50% the other. Maybe
I think it'd be majority
75-25.
Infinity War, and then at the end, I think they'll show off COD 4.
Yeah, I
That's
think
just
it's
my
Sick
opinion. Though.
montage or something.
Yeah.
Just a quick scope
Quick
YouTube
scope,
video.
yeah.
No, I feel like you get
An old, like a really popular
Yeah.
old quickscope video.
you get a
just remastered.
montage. You get a guy coming out and talk about like why we decide and why it's so important, why we love the fans to remake this game. So I'd say at least 5 minutes at E3, which is a lot at E3 because they always get like only 20 minutes. So, yeah.
Yep.
That was good. Good debate.
It was heated.
Yeah, that was. Oof. What do you got now? Let's move on.
The last game news I have just Gears, but was that for quick notes or was that for?
You've already said it. Just
You can,
now.
Yeah, you can cut that
There's
out.
no going back.
Just
Just
go.
just go now.
Just do it.
Okay. Well, I
We
played.
don't cut anything out on the show, Taylor.
Why?
I just cut everything out, Taylor. So
Uncut.
just replace with yeah. You're right, Travis.
So I did play a lot of the Gears 4 beta, and I was very, very impressed by it.
Like an
What was in the
actual
beta?
impressed or like.
I was
an
an actual impressed. Like I didn't jump into the beta until a few days after it was released because I was just kind of I'm not too excited. Like I wanted to play like I wanted to play like the story mostly. I wasn't too excited for multiplayer, but then I hopped on and I gave it a shot, and it was a lot of fun. Especially
When does that come? That sounds very sexual to say. When does that come out? Like October?
it comes out. Oh, where did I write that? October 11th.
Okay.
So
That's good
same
release date.
as. Oh, not same. Yeah, October 11th. Okay, so same month as Battlefield.
Yeah. That won't matter. I think
no,
they're
it
different
won't.
markets.
Yeah, I'll buy one on the other. You're one of the few that I think will buy both. Well,
I'll be buying all of
I
these.
think
so.
there'll still be
I
enough, but I
actually-
feel like there's still different audiences. You know?
I would say Tyler buy both, but Tyler will only
I-
play PC.
yeah,
so
so,
it doesn't really.
Probably buy neither.
Yeah.
So you didn't play as Marcus, I'm guessing.
No, you played. I can't remember their names, but you played as just a bunch of the new characters.
What did you play as his son or anything?
You play as you play as him. You play as
Dengar.
JC.
You play, yeah, Dengar's there. Big crossover.
Like no one realizes that guy's actually in Star Wars too. Just throw him in there.
Yeah.
You don't even notice you're playing as him in Gears, but he's there.
This guy's face is
No
messed up.
Gears 5. Gears is sued for like millions of dollars.
No, they
I
just
wonder
switched
what
it to
this guy's
third person
backstory
view, or from third person view. Doesn't have that 5 out of 10 to switch back and forth, so you
Yeah.
just never know.
Mm.
But I gotta say, like the executions and all that, it was a lot of fun. I did actually record a brief video and threw it up on our Facebook and our website. Cool. If any of you guys wanted to see some of the gameplay from it,
I'll definitely check it out.
it was really fun. They
But
did,
a good time to tell us on the cast where we can't watch it to discuss it.
That's true.
I wouldn't have watched it.
I just
Just because I don't have an Xbox One, so I just don't watch. Like, I'll watch the E3 conference because I like to see what's going on. But when it's like an exclusive Xbox One game, I'm not gonna watch because I'm obviously not gonna get it right. And I love the Gears franchise, but I didn't love it enough to buy an Xbox One. You know, so
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't when the Xbox One was out, they didn't even say like they were even doing a Gears 4 at the time. I don't.
no,
think.
but
So-
it was known though. Like it was quietly known that they're working on it.
Yeah, but then you didn't know when, so I mean, by that
Well, of
time,
course not.
most people are gonna go with PlayStation. To be fair,
But I still bought a PS4 knowing there'd be a new Gears. Like they're not gonna let
Yeah.
that franchise.
What was the
die.
one that came out after 3?
Judgment. We
Okay.
don't talk about it.
No.
No.
I bought that. I didn't even open it for about 2 years. I
Good.
couldn't get into
Don't.
it.
Me either. I bought it and I never opened it and I got like $30 and I was like,
Was
nice.
that an Xbox 360 game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Got it if
only
you want to borrow it, and mine is open, so
I did open it. I played it just to know like the story purposes, but I
Yeah.
didn't touch it ever again.
What was so bad about it? Was the
It
gameplay
wasn't
different?
Gears. It
Was
was
everything
pretty
was
much-
different?
It was pretty much Call of Duty and a Gear skin. Like the control scheme and everything was.
So everything. It was
different.
basically like Metal Gear Solid Rising to the
Was it
Metal
by a
Gear.
different
Yeah,
company?
spin-off
Oh,
sort of
okay.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't think so.
no,
Maybe.
I don't think it
don't know.
was. I think it was the same,
Yeah.
Was it
It
what?
might
Did
have
you
been,
ask?
But
different company.
Oh no, I think
no,
it's-
it
yeah, I
was,
think
it was the same one.
So they got
But-
no excuse.
Yeah, no, it was
Try
awful.
taking it. And
Anyway, I heard we don't
I
talk
really
about it,
wanted
so-
it to be good, and I really tried, but
So does that
Don't do
not shake your faith in Gears 4
Shake
a
your
little
faith.
I
bit?
know they're
I like
going
that
back
too.
to how they made the original games,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's on the studio.
You're not a don't defend
Oh, yeah.
them.
The studio is basically like it's pretty much its own Gears studio.
Yeah,
now.
no,
It's
that I
not just
remember. They
Epic. It's
they just make
it's
Gears
the
game
team
now.
of from
Yeah.
like the core team from
It's like Halo
Epic
now. They're
is
just
now,
making Halo games.
Yeah, exactly. So and they're going back to like the similar style to
Yeah.
the old ones.
Yeah, the first one was
Even they don't want to
good.
talk about Judgment anymore.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I got a chance to talk about it, but like even that trailer they put out of Marcus Phoenix's son running, like it just seems so much like the Gears 1 trailers
I
and
love
stuff,
that
and it
trailer.
seems just like horror too.
yeah, that trailer.
Another neat thing too that I saw is the knife that Marcus is using to carve on that tree
Yeah.
is Dom's knife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
is.
I think that was really really neat how they have that carved
Yeah.
in there too. But it's the fact that they are going back to that very very eerie
Mm-hmm.
kind of just gameplay is really 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 awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. But another thing on the beta too, it brought back a lot of just really good memories for me because when the Gears 3 beta came out, like I didn't get into Gears. I got into Gears 1 2 really really late. Like I played bits of them, but when Gears 3 the beta came out, my friends pushed me into getting it, and I skipped 3 days of school to play because I got hooked, and it was a blast. And then I played all the Gears, and just playing this new beta just made me feel like I was right back into this, like. Not playing Gears 3, but it just brought back all these great memories and everything. I do wish the beta was as long as the Gears 3 beta, because the Gears 3 beta was like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had tons of stuff you would unlock, too, for the game.
Yeah.
They only had, like, just a kit thing
Yeah.
that you got for Gears 4, but...
That was one thing I
Kids.
liked that they did about Gears 3 beta, how like the stuff you unlocked in the beta you kept
Mhm.
through into the real game.
Yeah.
All right, so you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right,
One question about that though, what one would you say it felt most like between Gears 1, 2, and 3? Which one do you think Gears had the 4 had the most feel?
It felt more like Gears 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say Gears 3.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So that's good news.
that's very good news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Movie news. We ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move. Well, we haven't asked Tyler or Kirkland if they have any.
Well,
game
you said
news.
no before, and then you said
I just have Overwatch.
okay. Do you want to talk about?
Sure. I don't have it in whole. It's just a quick thing because I feel like none of you guys played it, so
No,
don't
definitely not.
anyone to go off. Well, basically Overwatch, the
You were pretty
open
into it.
beta.
It was hard
Oh,
to get.
I was-
it was
it
hard to
was-
get a hold of you.
Yep.
And if you did say
Open beta ran May 5th till the 10th. I honestly went into it not knowing what to expect. Like, I knew that Overwatch was a thing, but I wasn't really, like, super stoked on anything. I was like, yeah, I'll get it. It's free. Why not give it a try? And then I pretty much downloaded it, and that's all I did for 5 days. It's one thing that really got me is the fact that it's an objective-based shooter, which I think not enough games do that as well. Like, they're all just FPS with kind of like objective things on the side.
I heard it was similar to a MOBA.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
first
Yeah.
person, so.
And like the way the characters work, they're like MOBA characters. They have their own special abilities and their ultimate ability they have to charge up.
You
and
can
stuff.
compare it to Team Fortress. Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
very
that's
similar
what I
to
heard
Team
it,
Fortress, and I think what they've done is super awesome. Like, it's super like accessible for newer players, but then it also has like a ridiculous amount of depth if you were to say get a 6-man team and actually play competitive. So I think it kind of goes both ways. Like, you can just hop in and play it, and it's very easy to get into, and you can just play the game, like just hop in and play the game and have a great time, or you can put in
Yeah.
like hundreds of hours into the game and not get tired of it.
I love games like that.
So
Is that the one that you said was similar to Battleborn?
Yeah,
Yes.
it should be. They're both MOBAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's similar feel. I haven't actually played Battleborn, but
I haven't
looks
played
like
that
it's
one,
pretty
so we're kind
yeah. But yeah, so
And you bought Battleborn?
honestly,
of about Battleborn.
That's funny because that's been the big.
Is it
thing
out
with, like
now?
people buying. Like,
Is it
they
out?
bought
It's
one or
out.
the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, no, Overwatch definitely, it comes out May 24th now, so I'm not gonna say go buy it right away, but definitely check it out. If
Keep an eye on
you
it
do,
for sure.
definitely see like what you think of it when it comes out in reviews and whatnot. I think it's a great game. I'm gonna probably pre-order it pretty soon because digital pre-ordering is like $40 compared to if you buy it just regularly, it's like $60 or $70.
On a console?
Yeah.
$79.99.
Is it?
That's-
Oh, that's
yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
PC.
on console?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox
Yeah,
One and
it's on
PS4.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
PC Life, $45, something like that.
Brutal, like, yeah, 89 after tax.
Oh,
Gonna love it.
It's rough. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get it probably sometime in the next couple of days. But definitely check it out.
Yeah, I love games like that where
Mhm.
it's like easy to get into, but like it takes so long to
Oh,
master
yeah.
it, and that's why I love sports games because sports games are like that. I find.
Yeah.
How big is the character selection?
Right now there's like 20,
Oh, so it's
25,
pretty
and they're
large.
going to.
They're always gonna be.
They're gonna
stuff,
keep adding
yeah.
more, keep adding new like game types and maps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really like is the way they're pricing it. They're basically going like, because most like MOBA that style game, it's like it's like free to play with microtransactions. The way Blizzard's doing it is just you buy it once and you get all the content
Yeah.
pretty much. And then obviously there's might be expansion packs that you pay like $30
Oh,
for.
yeah, of course.
But I mean, that's easily worth it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I definitely check it out.
I've
at
only heard
least
good things.
Give it a shot.
Do
Watch some.
you know,
gameplay.
was there any storyline to it?
No. There's like lore, I guess, like
Yeah.
backstory to some of the characters and stuff, but there isn't like any actual like campaign story sort of thing. But I mean, I don't think the game really needs it.
No. Well, I would prefer it because I like
Fair
campaign,
enough.
but I know like I was disappointed that Battleborn doesn't. Like, it's got like its tutorial, which is just kind of waves of
Yeah.
enemies. But it
Well,
doesn't
doesn't it have like the story with the stars and all that?
You get like they
'Cause the trailers-
you could maybe
Hint at there being like a bunch of story to it.
call it story, but it's kind of like you take a character and you just kind of fight waves of enemies with like a boss style fight thrown in, but it's not really. It's more like a learning the character more than a story.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pulling a Battlefront kind of thing. No campaign.
Well,
I guess.
yeah.
That's just like every
I don't know.
company is
It's
doing
like a
that.
Halo move
We don't
there.
need campaign.
At least,
Let's not call
at least
it that.
Battleborn has some co-op in it.
Yeah.
So I'm
You still
glad
haven't
you
got
have-
Halo 5, hey?
Still
Still
Holding out.
Nice.
fighting the
I'm proud of
system.
you.
That's good.
holding the good fight.
Yeah. Right on. I think
Right
anything
on.
else for games?
That's games.
My quick tidbit.
Talk
Wow,
movies.
That was good.
Anyone
think
got
let's go.
movies?
That was a good segment of games, I gotta say.
I got some.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
very
haven't done
solid.
That was pretty chunky.
I got some. Let's see. Mads Mikkelsen revealed who he is accidentally in an interview. He was playing Jen Erso's father, which is the main character's father. So we kind of knew that going in. So.
Oh, he's playing in Star Wars?
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed. I want it to be bigger.
You want it?
You wanted him to be a Sith dude.
I want it to be
Be a
something
bad
with a
guy.
lightsaber. or something bigger, you know. There's still those rumors that he maybe builds a Death Star. But, I don't know. And then
That'd
the
be
other...
cool.
Yeah, and then the other Star Wars news that they cast.
Well, do we know anything about that character then?
Like him?
From like lore?
No, she's
perspective
new,
of-
right? Jen Erso.
Yeah,
completely
she's
new.
completely new.
So,
Yep.
I see.
we
Okay.
just playing the father.
Well,
so.
you know he'll do well. I'm sure.
Good father figure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll like that character afterwards.
Oh, of course. I love everything Matt Mikkelson does. Did you guys get the meme I sent you?
The meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
I was
in,
like, what
it was in,
language is
it was
this?
Oh, yeah.
Hungarian. Yeah. I got it translated
It was
for
a
me.
nice juicy meme.
Yeah. And then they've cast Han Solo, Aldrich Enric, and yeah, I've seen Hail Caesar. I actually watched it because people were saying he might be. You've watched it?
I haven't watched it, but
Oh.
I remember wanting to see it, and then I never thought about it again.
Yeah, it's a Coen Bros movie. Yeah, it's a Coen Bros movie.
Classic. That's actually the
Yeah,
classic.
it sounds about right.
I really wanted to see it too, but then it just never came up in any situation.
It's good. It's not amazing, Coen Brothers. It's definitely not. I wouldn't put
It's
it.
like a watch on Netflix sort of thing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's gonna be on my end of the year best things, but he's actually one of the best parts of it. So, and he looks enough like him, so I'm happy. There was rumor that the guy from Kingsman was gonna be it, and he was kind of my choice, but this guy's good enough too.
The main character from
Yeah, Taron Egerton was supposed to be. He was the other guy that was in the running. So
I don't think I'd complain about either.
Yeah,
I think I saw the picture you showed me of the guy they're actually casting, and
Yeah.
I think he looks better for the role.
yeah, no, me too. He looks a bit more like taller and skinnier too. So that
Acting
works.
wise, I couldn't make a decision. But
Yeah. No, see Hail Caesar, you get a kind of idea. And then the rumor is he's supposed to be appearing in Rogue One, which I don't. And Taylor, you can kind of answer this. I don't actually know how I feel about that because I don't want him playing anywhere around the time Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford it was Han Solo. I don't want it to be.
They shouldn't have any of these original characters, I don't think, period. Maybe like a little kind of like cameo with Leia, because I know she was active with the Rebellion at that time, and like just with Mon Mothma, Akbar, that's it. No one else. I
They
just
could do it
want
with
new
Luke,
characters.
with Bucky.
Sebastian Stan, yeah. If you haven't seen that picture going around, damn.
I think they could fit like a cameo of him in there, where it's just like literally like he says like one line,
But then
and he's like some back guy that they don't
Just the
actually
back of his head.
But they don't even like they don't mention that he's Han Solo. He's just there, and they say hey, and then
I just don't
he,
like it for the
says
reason
something.
of this movie supposedly takes
So-
place a couple months before New Hope, and we already
only a
look.
couple months.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I just
So we already know what he
Yeah.
looks.
Right.
We already know what he looks like
Yeah.
a couple months later, and it's like to make the jump from there to
Yeah.
there. And I was kind of hoping. I hope it's like how he meets Chewie and this and that story. I just don't want it to be. I don't want the movie to end with him meeting Luke, because it's just he'll look nothing like it. And it's funny when they announced the movie, I was really excited to talk about this on the cast, but I'm not actually that excited for it anymore. Because the more I've thought about it, just because I keep thinking that it's not going to be Harrison Ford. I hope this guy does good, but it's just one of those roles of I just don't know if the guy is going to be able. And I've said this, we know what he looked like at that age, so it's really hard to be like with Obi-Wan it worked because we didn't know what he looked like young, but.
Is this Rogue One or the Han Solo?
He's gonna be in Rogue One. Except for Rogue One. Yeah, no, for Han Solo.
But for the Han Solo.
I don't know. Like it
is that
depends
the
how
one
they do it.
taking a couple months before?
We don't know.
Oh, we
but
don't
if
know.
he's in Rogue One, that's a couple months
Yeah.
before, and then Taylor has a look of disgust.
I'm not happy with that.
Yeah,
Really.
I have to agree. I don't think he should be in if it's that close to the actual Han Solo.
Yeah. How do you three feel?
I mean, just you topped it up pretty good if it's a few months before.
I try.
Because, I mean, Harrison Ford, nothing beats Harrison Ford as Han
Exactly.
Solo.
That's the way I see it, right? It's just Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
It's just Harrison Ford.
Just
Harrison Ford ruined that role
Yeah.
for everyone else.
I'm still stuck on that picture of Adam Driver as Han Solo from like way back in the day. I don't think anything's gonna compare to how perfect they looked.
They could have done it, and I would have given them a pass. You know,
Yeah.
like even though he's playing Kylo Ren, I would have been like, you know what, it's fine, it works. You know,
They dye his hair brown.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he looked great in that picture, but yeah, I'll see it at Star Wars, but yeah. And then my last piece of news, which will tie into. Does anyone else have movie news? Because maybe then I'll go last.
I think most of us were just games.
Yeah, I know. There's not actually been that much movie news the past few weeks. Because, like, honestly, like, not to be a Marvel fanboy, but Civil War came out and that
I
kinda
saw
just
Winter
took-
I mean, Civil War came out. That was good. That was good.
That was good. Check out both our reviews, you know.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
already did that.
I feel like lots of stuff didn't drop. And literally, it's funny. Disney, it's their company, and they dropped the casting of Han Solo on the day Civil War came out. So it's like, even like I don't get, like, they dropped the news on the day, like, they
Man,
had
they have too much
yeah,
right now that they like can't even coordinate between each other.
That's what I mean. And it's just like, oh, whatever. Civil War's on. Let's just say Han Solo's cast. It's like you could have saved that for next week, or even they could even say that for Comic-Con or D23. But it's like, nah. Well,
They could probably have like something for every single day of the year.
Oh yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. Between Netflix, Disney,
Between all the shit they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you look at the box office. Like Jungle Book was #1 for weeks, and then what takes it over? Civil War, and then we'll have to see what happens with X-Men and Alice in Wonderland. But they could literally drop it from Civil War to Alice in Wonderland, like. Just 3 Disney, like it could literally be like 3 months of Disney having the #1 movie in the world.
We
It's
have
ridiculous.
one theater right now that it's getting remodeled, and there's only 3 screens, and it's literally Civil War 3D, and Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So it's pure Disney. In
Seen
one
the Jungle
theater.
Book this weekend. I've decided, especially after the theater, I'm like, now I got extra motivation to get back there.
When does Apocalypse come out?
May 26th.
Oh, okay.
Really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next.
Creeping up.
I might be playing Overwatch though.
Oh, next week, Nice Guys. If anyone has seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, if you like that movie, really good. Shane Black, great director, did Iron Man 3, but that's coming out. Angry Birds, if you're an Angry
Kiss
Birds
Bang
fan.
Bang.
Nice.
No, the Nice Guys, the guy that directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's just.
What's the premise of it?
You'd have to look at it. It's 2
Okay.
detectives getting into certain, and it's Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, and Ryan Gosling's really good.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, and then
Couple
X-Men. Yeah, and then X-Men comes out the week after, along with Alice in Wonderland. I'm very worried about X-Men because the reviews have been
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting at 52
Oh,
on
wow.
Rotten Tomatoes, so it's going up.
Yeah.
It was at
Oh,
30. It's
shit.
going
It could
up.
be worse.
What?
It could be
Oh
worse.
yeah, I
But
think
the first Alice in Wonderland did quite poorly, did it not?
like ratings or box office. Box office was boom,
Yeah,
$1 billion
but
movie.
Ratings wise?
Yeah.
So, I mean, second one might not be quite as eager to see it, whereas X-Men Days of Future Past was, like, way up for
Yeah.
ratings.
Well, I hope, but I almost feel like they're both kind of 2 movies that people might be like. I don't know. We'll have to
I'll see both.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see both for sure. I just feel like they released the reviews really early, like Civil War did a month, because like, yeah, we're gonna get these good reviews, and it kind of backfires when it's like, oh, 52. What I keep seeing from reviews is they say, this is not biased, they say Fassbender's good, Quicksilver's good, they say the movie is decent, they say it just seems like the consensus is there's just a lot of repeating, and just like nothing new. You know, like it's just the same old. So, which kind of makes sense from the trailers. It's a world almost getting destroyed by a big evil guy, you know, so it's like...
It's the classic X-Men.
Yeah, like they definitely need to change it up. Like I feel like they've gone too many, but I'm going to be there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I think I'll
I'm
enjoy
excited
it.
for it.
I mean,
Me too.
I'm excited for the Apocalypse character.
I'll just
Yeah.
watch
Because I remember from the
Quicksilver
comic
and
books.
Fassbender. I mean,
Yeah.
those guys are awesome.
Yeah. I hope...
Jennifer Lawrence, too.
We'll see.
I
I'm
like
50-50 on her and X-Men movie. No, I'm as her actor, she's great. But the first X-Men, she's really good. But then Days of Future Past, she's kind of alright in the trailer. She isn't like. But if they make her Nightcrawler's mom,
She seems like she's a big part of the movie as of the
Oh, yeah,
trailers.
Nightcrawler's like...
too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
pumped on Storm's hair.
Oh yeah, the Mohawk,
Yeah.
90s Mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just hate how they just because she's a big star, they're making her like the leader of the X-Men. You know, and that's kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate. Of like the trailer. Sorry, spoilers, but Xavier gets like kidnapped and she has to go find all these X-Men. It's like, man, you know, it's like that's not Mystique, you know, but
Nightcrawler, though, he reminded me. So stoked for Nightcrawler.
yeah, that X2 scene.
Question for you. I was
Nope,
trying.
out of questions for you.
Not a question. Oh, man.
You're out of questions for today.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, folks.
What's your question?
Well, I was trying to think of, like, let's do the Assassin's Creed movie, kind of, but a little along the line of Michael Fassbender. I was trying to wonder, do you think that one of the reasons or factors they haven't built the Assassin's Creed trailer yet is because they didn't want to promoting Michael Fassbender in 2 big roles? They wanted to promote him mostly for X-Men, and then after that's got a little bit then they'll finally put him with Assassin's Creed?
Maybe, but at the time of this recording, it hadn't come out. But if the trailer came out, it still comes out 3 weeks before X-Men, right? So it doesn't really make sense. I think they should have dropped it with X-Men, because you're already at a Michael Fassbender movie, seeing another Michael Fassbender movie. Or Civil War, because Civil War is just so big, get on that screen. But it's kind of odd. Everything about Assassin's Creed is kind of odd. Like, they're not there. They're not going to be at Comic-Con.
I thought it should have been with Civil War. I thought it would be with Civil
Yeah,
War.
I thought it would be too. Like,
Even
I was
with
sitting there
BVS when you
waiting to
said-
see
Yeah,
it.
BBS.
Even when you said BVS, like
That's what I thought.
huge
I thought it would
opening,
be.
and this week it's going to be with, like, Angry Birds. And it's like,
Ooh.
Angry Bird.
like I'm not
And
sure it'll be
they-
attached, but there's nothing huge coming out.
And they won't play for Angry Birds because that's totally different market.
They'll play with the nice guys, which is gonna be really small. They'll probably still play it with X-Men, but people will still have seen it already,
Yeah,
right?
it won't be
so,
like the
yeah.
reveal.
It'll be the one where people are like, well, like, get my popcorn. I've already
Yeah,
seen this.
exactly. Yeah, I hope it's good. I'm excited to see. We recorded this. Hopefully, if it came out this week, we're doing Days of Future Past. We already recorded a trailer review that Taylor wanted to do. So, but we haven't actually seen it yet.
Mhm.
We're recording it early because everyone's apparently going to Vancouver. So
Yeah.
Half the crew.
half the squad.
When's the trailer dropping? Tomorrow, I guess?
It's supposed to
Or
be
I
today.
guess
Everyone.
today? Well, yeah,
At this
but, like,
time, when people are listening to
Thursday
this,
of-
they should have seen an AC trailer, and hopefully it's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like the LA Times, like they all. It was.
Let's not get
announced-
into this because by the time they've listened to this, they've seen it,
Yeah.
and if they haven't, then the movie has a lot of problems.
Let's just say there was a lie, but it's all good.
Oh. Anyways, my last thing before we get into like our bread and butter, which we haven't done in a while.
Mhm.
Black Widow, maybe getting a solo movie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like told you that and still didn't even put it in my news.
Yeah, because I was working and you linked it to me. I'm like, really? Like, I can't believe Jessica linked it. I'm like looking, and then he actually like said the thing like we're committed to that. So, sorry, Kirkland, we're not gonna spoil anything. But even just in general, but after Civil War, would you be excited for a Black Widow solo movie, or just in general, are you excited for a Black Widow solo movie?
It seems strange to do this now.
Yeah.
A little
Considering
late.
She was in Avengers.
Yeah.
What? That was the first one.
Yeah,
She was
Iron
Iron
Man
Man
2.
2.
Yeah.
But still, she was just like
She's-
a side character.
She was at the very end, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
No,
like...
right?
Huh?
Throughout
No,
the
she
movie,
was
she
still
played
in
a
the middle.
secretary.
Yeah.
She was a
Yeah,
fake
but she
secretary.
wasn't
Yeah, Black
Widow
yeah.
until
Yeah,
the
you're
end.
right. Yeah, Dylan, you're
It's-
saying.
It seems odd to like do this now.
Mhm.
I guess because they could have just been building up the Black Widow like solo train hype for a while now, but I don't know if I think like her role in like Winter Soldier and stuff is good. I don't know if I want to see like a solo movie.
Oh, okay.
Just because like as a superhero, she's like not that super, you know?
Yeah. She's more of a
But then
second.
think about it's going to be a Netflix series, but Daredevil's not exactly that super. You haven't seen them, but have you seen the Bourne movies?
The
No.
Bourne.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I imagine they'd make the Black Widow movies because
Yeah.
she's a spy. She could be on the run. What?
Yeah.
So that's another trilogy.
Yeah.
Born.
No,
Born
I mean
to
I
Burn,
can
Born
like
Identity.
definitely
that's
like you
true.
could definitely
It's
sell me on
madness.
it because I'm so hyped on all these Marvel stuff
Yeah.
now, and obviously they like do them so differently depending on what the characters are, but it's just like it just seems like odd timing. I don't know.
I'll agree with you. That seems a little late.
Like
but
it doesn't get me super hyped, but I'm also like not against it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Kind of in the middle.
I'm excited because I just want a solo movie of her, just because it's kind of it's late, but it's almost like about time, you know. And it's just there is so much more, and I can always say she does good in those movies, but I'm never blown away by her. I'm waiting. I think in her whole movie, she could maybe blow me away and be like, "Wow, that was a great performance." Where in the movie, she's always part of an ensemble, right? So.
Yeah.
You know, I think her with Hawkeye would make for a really, really good movie.
That's what I wanted, but for some reason he's not rumored to be in that. But that's what I always thought those two together would have been a good movie. you
Yeah,
know?
especially since they hinted at they have like past history together in the other Marvel movies too. I think that would have
Budapest.
set up really well.
Budapest.
That's what the internet wants.
Yeah, I saw the fake poster of Budapest. Yeah, that was good. Jessica?
I won't.
Kirkland?
I probably won't.
What?
I have no interest at all in watching a solo Black Widow.
Okay.
So if we start talking about like solo Scarlet Witch or something, you know,
I want.
get in on that. But Black Widow, I have watched zero Born Identity, Born Supremacy. I've watched zero.
I just think
A
about that with Black
007.
Widow.
Yeah.
That's my pitch.
I've watched zero 007. Have not watched the Hitman. It's not my forte to watch
Don't
someone.
watch the Hitman movies.
Oh, no.
There's some good Bonds I could give you, like Skyfall.
I am not gonna watch Bond.
No, you won't. But legit, that's only one Bond I could say to you that you would watch and be like, you know what, that is actually a good movie, just because Javier Bardem is
Oh,
the
that's
amazing. Yeah. So
So, I don't know. It's not a superhero movie. I mean, at least with, like you're saying, Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you kind of do have that sixth
Yeah, he has
sense
some
that's
powers,
going
yeah.
on and whatnot. Black Widow, she doesn't interest me. She hasn't interested me enough in the movies. I don't
fair.
have the interest. You guys will be reviewing that one without me, I'm sorry to say. Unless it's at the Comfy Theater. Maybe. Debatable.
Well, yeah,
Tyler?
I'm excited. I mean,
Yeah.
not. I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm excited for it, but I'm like when I see it, I'm sure I'll be pumped.
Yeah.
I like spy movies.
Yeah.
It's super spy.
I'm kind of neutral towards it. I mean, I'll go see it, but
Yeah.
it's like I don't have nothing like super excites me. I think if they did it, they'd kind of have to move away from like the feel of the Avengers films that she's been in.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have to be more of that like gritty, like real.
Yeah.
I feel like the
sort of
closest we
rather
got
than
to
being
what
like-
her movie would be is Winter Soldier. Like, it would be similar to that without the ending of like Hydra's going to kill
So do you think
everybody.
it's gonna be prequel?
I hope not. I just
I
don't want any
hope too.
prequels.
But-
yeah,
Yeah.
like because we can't talk about that. But
But where would they fit it in? Like they just.
that's why we can't talk about it because some people haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I have
no-
an idea, but I don't want to say it because it
Okay.
could spoil Civil War stuff.
Well, without
And
spoilers,
curtains.
do you think it'd be post Civil War? Then is
Yeah.
when you.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Before-
I don't think they would go in the past because I think Marvel.
Oh,
they've only done that once, and that was with Captain
So
America.
post Civil War, pre whatever the next Avengers or.
No, I think it'll be past that. I think it could be like a 2022 movie.
I have a cool idea of what they could do. And I don't know if
Is
it's
it
I don't
spoilery?
know- Yeah, it would be complete.
talk about
It would be
after,
like
yeah.
100% spoilery, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say anything. But
Well, speaking of Civil War, it had the 5th biggest opening of all time. Pretty good, not too
Nice.
shabby.
of any movie,
But yeah, of
Ever?
any movie ever.
What's first, second,
What are
third,
the
fourth?
Too many people at the same time. First is Star Wars.
Eight.
which one?
What?
8.
Which Star Wars?
Yeah, the newest one.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that had the biggest opening of all
Yeah,
time
yeah.
ever.
Jurassic World's number 2, and then it was number. You didn't know this?
I stopped counting a long time ago.
No,
It was
Jurassic-
up there.
Jurassic
I thought it was
World-
written on your body.
Jurassic World is this huge surprise because it was tracking, because they track movies all the time. It was tracking for like a good opening, but not that. But then when it happened, it was like, oh my god, because and it was originally Avengers. They hold it for so long, so it goes Star Wars, Force Awakens, Jurassic World, Avengers, Avengers 2, and now Cap. So
Isn't
they have the
Titanic
bumper.
up in there or something?
It's all time. This was like biggest opening weekend, like one movie.
No, okay,
month.
yeah, I
so-
get what you're going for.
Yeah, Titanic and then Avatar. No, now it's Avatar, Titanic, and Star Wars, unfortunately. Couldn't just be fucking those Navi people. But anyways,
Oh yeah, did we talk about that James Cameron announced like 3 other avatars or some?
3?
He keeps
I feel
announcing
like
them
we
every
talked
year.
about this at some
we
point.
talk about
Yeah.
because he just keeps announcing more.
I feel like it's nothing new though. It's like not
No.
new.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything.
I've legitimately decided, and I'm almost like this with the NX, I've decided to not talk about Avatar until I see a trailer at least, because he's just always like, I'm making them, and it's like,
So it's a blacklisted
Okay.
topic.
yeah, no, you guys can't. I would just be like, yeah, James Cameron. But anyways, box office success, and then it was a critical success. Some people are calling it the greatest trilogy of all time. I'm definitely not going to agree with that.
Captain America trilogy.
Yeah, but they're saying it's one of the
It is
best.
a trilogy.
Yeah, it is a trilogy. So our little bread and butter topic
Segue.
is
I'll
our
put it in
bread and butter
bread.
is
Does anyone have TV? That's the one topic we didn't touch.
TV trilogies.
No.
Television in general.
News.
It's just
News?
television.
Oh.
and news.
Yeah.
No.
No, there's been nothing of that TV related.
You know what? We gotta. You gotta like cover
That's
all your
fair.
bit.
No,
Maybe
Save Handle.
maybe Kirkland's sitting here all
Hashtag Save
quiet,
Handle.
and
Yeah,
he's
Save
got
Handle.
this.
I'm almost done season 9 of The Office.
Oh,
I'm like,
right on.
It's pretty funny. I'm getting my laughs out of it.
That's your TV news for this
Yeah,
week,
it's my
folks.
TV news.
Yeah,
Any-
Kirkland. It's his own
Yeah,
segment now.
I'm not gonna give any info on the
I
show. I'm
finished
just
Grey's
saying that I
Anatomy.
like it.
Oh, good. You can watch Hannibal now and Daredevil.
I've got.
You got till
okay.
our 1 year anniversary because we're doing a
I've got
Hannibal
4
review for our 1 year
episodes of Hannibal
anniversary.
left, and I've got 1 episode of Daredevil
finale.
left. And then I
After-
started Shadowhunters, and I haven't been watching them.
A finale.
After The Office, I'm going Hannibal.
Okay.
Okay, don't listen
I'm on
to
season
him.
5.
You got
Don't
to
listen
July
to him.
20th around there. That's our 1 year week. We got a bunch of shows planned. That's when we're doing our
I
review.
read all the synopsises, so I know what happens in case I don't watch it.
Oh, but no, you gotta watch the finale because
Can
those
I
last
just watch
10
that
minutes.
one episode?
No, you gotta watch the build up. The stuff. Those last 4 episodes are great. When he eats
Watch
it.
it on like 2 times speed, so you just.
Then you don't hear anything.
Remember-
it just sounds funny, but
Remember
get
when
used
he
to it in about 10
Chipmunks.
minutes.
remember when he eats
Is that
that
what
piece of
you did?
evidence?
Okay, well now you're spoiling
No,
shit.
you all have no idea. Oh, I'll talk Dylan.
That was very specific, and I only watched it once. I didn't watch it 5 times.
Anyways,
Okay, bread and butter.
we
Bread
in the
and
bread and
butter.
butter. Haven't done bread and butter all.
Speaking of eating things,
We all made a list. We're gonna.
My phone died. I don't have my list.
Do you have it in your mind?
No.
You don't?
No.
You had Spider-Man on there.
My phone died, so I can like verbally spew out trilogies.
Okay, well you can go last because we'll think about it. So what
I'm
we're
gonna
doing?
go last,
Hang on.
actually.
Okay.
Uh,
she'll go
apparently
second
I'm
last.
going last.
You guys
Alright.
rock paper
I'm going
scissors.
last.
Let's do it.
Okay. Live rock paper scissors.
Okay. Okay.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Oh,
Just do it on my hand.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Jessica won.
Nice.
So to be clear, what we're doing is we all thought of our 5 favorite trilogies, and what we're gonna do
is try to rank them together and make an ultimate list. If anyone listens to Dynamic Duo, we've done this before on performances. We hated each other at the end in a good way. It was fun. But like, so we all wrote down 5. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'm going last. So
Okay.
I mean, I have 15, so
What would be
Can I
your
borrow a
5
few of
best
those?
out of that? And just
my best 5. That's
Yeah,
kind of hard because they're all good. I mean, okay, I know a couple that I'll take off for sure.
Okay.
But I mean,
So it might be like down to top 13.
like
well, we're definitely not doing
7
top
maybe.
13.
Jessica just broke the
Okay.
GeekVerse pen.
I'm gonna go first because I think I
Alright,
feel I
go
clearly
for it.
have 5. So honorable mentions. I had Jason Bourne in there. I had Indiana Jones. I had Austin Powers, Pirates, and Evil Dead. Those don't look at my list. Just
I had all those on my list.
Those are my honorable
There's
mentions.
honorable mentions.
Those are honorable mentions. So
I didn't hear it. I was trying to look to like see what.
you can after I reveal it. So these 5 films and the honorable mentions, I picked films that I love and I don't have a super weak film in them. So there's many great movies that have great like other movies, like The Godfather 1 and 2, classics. Godfather 3 is a piece of shit. Same reason why I didn't put X-Men or Spider-Man in there, because those 3 movies are awful, and that's why I didn't want them in a trilogy. So
Fair enough.
I'm going from bottom to top. So number 5, I did throw in Captain America. Starts good, gets really good. Civil War, the peak. Number 4, Dark Knight. Batman Begins sets the stage. Dark Knight, greatest movie of all time. Dark Knight Rises, pretty damn good. 3, Star Wars, really really good. Return of the Jedi is like a little like weaker, but it's still very very strong. Number 2, Toy Story. Fantastic. 1, 2, and 3 all deliver, all 100% to 99 on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
like your number 1 choice.
Yeah, I like your number 1.
Yeah, and number 1, Lord of the Rings.
Everyone knew that's gonna be in multiple
Yeah.
people's top.
Well, I don't know. I'm just listing them off. Tyler, do you have your 5?
Yeah. I can't say. I'll
Quit
go
stalling.
from first to last. It'll be
Okay,
the
go whatever
easiest
you
way for
want.
me, but first for me would be the original Star Wars.
Okay.
That's just, I mean, I don't know. That's just been my whole life. It's always been there. No, number 2 would probably be Lord of the Rings. Classic. I love those films. Number 3, I think I'll put Dark Knight Rises.
Like
Or-
Dark Knight
Yeah,
trilogy?
Dark Knight trilogy. I just said Rise. Dark Knight, yeah, Dark Knight trilogy there. 4, I think I'll put Captain America at 4. And then, or 5, there's like a whole bunch of like
What's your gut
contenders.
telling you?
What's your gut telling you?
Yeah.
You didn't put Toy Story in there. Surprise.
That's
You
my
did
number
put Toy
2.
Story.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
See, you give me
Like-
shit for my number 1,
Yeah,
then you listen to my number 2.
I was trying to look at them and you
I
wouldn't
want to
let me.
say, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
That's what I'll put for my number 5.
Taylor, I swear if you have Transformers on this motherfucker.
You know,
Just because I'm like, what's Taylor's gonna be? I'm like, oh,
My
right.
prediction was he's gonna have prequels of Star Wars.
Let's see. Give us your late on. What are you going bottom to top or top to bottom?
I'm gonna start from 5 to 1.
Start
just
in
to
the middle
make it
and then go
interesting.
down.
Just to make it interesting. Oh, I'm excited.
So my number 5
What is it?
is Lord of the Rings.
Oh, God. Disgusting
This is
choice.
the guy that. Yeah, go ahead. Never mind.
I was gonna do Hobbit, but I'm like, no, Lord of the Rings has it. Number 4
Save it.
is the Star Wars trilogy.
Which one?
There's a few of those, actually.
Which one?
The original.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the prequel.
Number 3, the other Star Wars.
Um,
Sweating
Williams.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Chronicles of Riddick trilogy.
Okay.
I really. What, you know, hey, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's
I like
fine.
Vin Diesel. I love the Riddick movies. I think they're really, really awesome. I enjoy watching them.
That's fair.
This is a phenomenal choice.
Yeah.
It was a good trilogy. I don't know if I put it in my top 5, but definitely an honorable mention. I did enjoy that trilogy.
I didn't even know there was three movies.
Yeah, there was a trilogy.
I mean, I knew there was a new one that came out a couple years ago or so, and then I knew the one that I watched when I was a kid. Don't even remember which one it was. It was just like Riddick or something. I don't know. Go on though.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Ninja Turtles trilogy, the old one. I absolutely just love that.
I think I'm deciding after this cast. I'm gonna try and figure out how to live stream this shit because you know what? I can't display what my face emotion is, but I'm very displeased. I love those movies, but 5 of all time,
Yeah,
Even when they go back and pass, Ninja Rap
Ninja Rap.
by Vanilla Ice.
You picked it. You don't even know Go Ninja. Go
Oh,
Ninja,
I know
Go.
that, yeah.
Well, then fucking know the title of the song. It's on my phone.
It's been a long time since I've watched these movies. But like, no, I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid on VHS. My favorite was the third one when they went back in time. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, that's like the worst one.
Of course it is. Oh my god.
Okay, what's your number one? Jesus.
My number one, just because
I'm like just looking at Travis. I'm not even looking at Taylor. Just the reactions.
my number one, and this is just purely like I'm totally. It's all
Just
about
say
the
it.
nostalgia. It's the animation, the Bionicle trilogy, back like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is one of my. I love it. As a kid, it was Bionicles were my life, and even now I own all of them, and I can't help but get enough of it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
For me, that is gold.
I'd like to ask you, Travis.
Oh my god!
you-
Bionicles!
No, okay, for you specifically, would you rather Transformers or Bionicles? be number one?
Transformers!
Oh,
What?
Fuck!
Oh my god.
At least I can laugh at those.
I don't know. I'm a huge Bionicle fan.
Kirkland, save us
You
from
know?
this. You, because still in second last, so.
Oh, okay.
Save us.
Well, I'll might as well shoot off my honorable mentions.
Shoot them off.
I have the Mighty Ducks trilogy. If anyone's ever seen those movies, I was huge into hockey growing up, so for obvious reasons, I love those
Respectable.
movies.
Yeah,
As
respectable.
a Canadian, yeah.
I'm huge into Bionicles, but that's just.
I have Austin Powers on there.
Yeah.
Good one.
I have
Nice.
Hannibal trilogy, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Red Dragon. I love those movies so much.
The Hannibal is the weakest, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That was my probably.
So
favorite.
long.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Yeah,
long.
totally.
And that scene where he cuts his head open does not hold up anymore.
But I had to put on there.
Oh no,
I
it's
love-
yeah.
yeah.
That
I
would
love
be
the
on,
series.
that'd be on
I
mine
have
too. I don't know why,
Yeah.
because those other ones are good. And the one with Edward Norton's really good.
Yeah.
Red Dragon.
Yeah. So,
Voldemort is the Red Dragon.
Back to the Future trilogy. I love those movies
That's
so
fair,
much
yeah.
growing up. Classics. I didn't really number them, so I don't really know what to not put. Oh yeah, Evil Dead trilogy. I'll put that one on there. Honorable mentions.
Some Blade.
Blade, yes, I'll put that honorable mention. Thank you. I just want to make sure.
You can show his Bionicles.
The Matrix. I put that on
That
there.
one's a tough
trilogy.
one.
For like, what do you mean?
Do you like the other two? Like, obviously, you probably because
Yeah.
mentions, but do you like Revolutions and?
I haven't seen them in a long time, but when I was a kid, I watched them so much.
Yeah.
So I had to put it on there just for like
No, that's fair.
nostalgic. Similar like Chronicles of Riddick, I guess. Or no, what was your nostalgia?
Bionicles.
Bionicles, sorry.
Doesn't count for anything on this podcast. It seems.
Spider-Man. I wouldn't put it on my number one because I was going to put it on my top 5, but then you mentioned like the other movies, and I mean,
Emo Peter
they
Parker.
definitely have that nostalgic feeling to them.
Oh yeah.
But did I already say Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Alright.
your honorable mentions. Still?
Yeah. All right, and then I'll do my top 5.
Okay.
I didn't really organize them, so
Go with your
kind of mixed feelings. I'll just do number 5, Toy Story.
Okay.
Classic childhood memories, stuff like that. 4 would be the Bourne trilogy. I don't know, something about it. I just loved
Something about it.
Matt Damon in
Mhm.
that role. Just
Great
it was
movies.
classic.
Maybe he's that thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's the something about it.
Yeah, maybe. I think he is the something about it. So that was number 4. Number 3 would be
Wow, lots of concern on Kirkland's face. He's not sure what he's. putting
Indiana
in.
Jones.
Yeah.
That was just like I've already mentioned in the past. I think that was on my top 10.
Yeah, I think you. I can't remember which one you put, but.
So like, my dad showed me those movies when I was really young, and I fell in love with them.
Yeah.
Just classic indie. And then I'm on number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, one of them has to. I have 3 left.
Oh well, that's
Shit.
tough.
Oh,
Don't
no.
you consider one of those?
You
like,
put
to be
yourself in a
third?
bad spot.
Well, no, like if I had to, I'd kick off Toy Story. I think off my
Oh.
top 5.
Are you kicking it off then?
Getting the
I
boot.
think so. Yeah.
Okay, so everything shifted
So
down.
yeah,
on
everyone
Kirkland's
shifted
list?
down, and then so number 3.
New
Yeah.
number 3.
Number 3, that would be Star Wars.
Okay. Trilogy.
Original trilogy for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Just classic childhood memories. Number 2, Dark Knight. I've only seen the last movie once.
Oh, thank
but-
God! I'm like, you've only seen the last one.
No,
Like,
I'm
I
really
swear we've
worried.
talked
Yeah,
about
no,
the Dark
no,
Knight.
yeah, no. I've only seen the last movie once, but I gotta say those first 2 movies, like
They're
Yeah.
like that could have been number 1, just those 2, but the third one definitely falls off.
Mhm.
And then number 1, Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like I could rewatch that so many times, and the extended editions. Oh, it's just I'm getting chills just thinking about it. So yeah, that's my list.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna preface mine by saying if you've listened to our podcast before, you know that I have not seen a lot of movies. So to get me to see 3 of a movie is tricky. So let's see what we got here. I have 5 to 2. Any order doesn't matter. Number 1 is the only one that matters here. So let's go number 5. We'll put Star Wars, the original trilogy, of course. We'll put number 4 as Pirates. We'll put 3. I'll put the Captain America movies.
Okay, man.
Because Civil War carries it. And then what is another trilogy? I've seen all of them. Let's see.
I can't answer that one for you.
Now that's a tricky question.
Oh, you haven't seen all the Dark Knight ones, have you?
I haven't.
No, let's see. You should have saw Rises before.
Toy Story?
I went to watch it today. It's not on Netflix. The
I know,
third
they
one's
took
not on
it off.
Toy
Netflix.
Story?
I haven't seen the third Toy Story.
How?
I don't know.
You so many times have told me.
How are you surprised?
The
I
Matrix?
feel like
I feel like we've
I feel like
talked
what's
and
more
you said
surprising
third-
is that you're surprised.
because I thought you said third was not your. You didn't like third.
No, that was me.
But I still thought he said it too. So.
What happens in the third one?
What?
Of
It's
what?
when they go when Andy
Andy
grows
goes to
up.
college and stuff.
Yeah.
When Andy grows up, the ending is they almost die, and then they get with the new girl, and she's all playing with them, and then everyone's crying.
Not familiar. I don't think I've seen it.
Iron Man trilogy?
I've definitely seen them all. Probably once. There's definitely one of them I've seen like 2 or 3 times.
Are you telling us this is going to be more of a top 4 list?
Yeah, that's
Getting
fine.
at.
If you have a top 4 list.
Just keep throwing them at me. What else you got, Tyler?
Matrix? I don't know, just Bionicles, Ninja Turtles?
Definitely not. No.
Just Star Wars prequels.
No, God, no.
I should have put Pirates on that
Transformers?
honorable mention, actually.
Indiana
I didn't even think of
Jones?
that.
You know, Indiana
Back to
Jones,
the
I haven't
Future?
seen it forever,
Back
but
to
it
the
was
Future?
dank when I was a kid. So I'm going to
Oh.
put Indiana Jones at
There
number
we go.
2.
Okay.
And then
Indiana
number
Jones,
1 is,
so
of
dank.
course, Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
which was my number 1 and favorite movie of all time. It's the greatest 3 movies in existence.
Go check our old podcast, top 10 movies.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That is my list.
Jessica,
Right on.
I think that's a pretty respectable list.
Yeah.
All things considered. I didn't have any.
All, yeah,
I didn't have
all
any.
things-
You're not like if you scrounge through my list, you're not gonna find any Bionicles. You know, you're not gonna find any.
Shots
Ninja
fired,
Turtles.
Taylor.
You know, there's a lot of diehard Bionicle fans out there that are siding with me right now.
I just don't get how you love Star Wars so much, yet it's like third or something. You think the Ninja Turtle movies and Bionicles are better than the Star Wars trilogy. That's what you're saying with that list. That's what is frustrating me.
I'm only
The Lord of the
saying
Rings
it.
I could get because you don't
No.
talk about that much.
Oh, he-
But with
he
Star
popped
Wars, you
off.
love, you know,
The
all
lid
the
is
lore.
gone.
You even defend Dengar, and you think Turtles and Bionicles are better than Star Wars?
I'm only saying it from nostalgia point of view. I got into that before I got into Star Wars, honestly. I got into Star Wars a little later. Like, Ninja Turtles and Bionicles, they were there, like, literally. They're Lego... Bionicles were the first toys I got when I was a kid. As Lego. So that's why I'm so heavy on that. And then Ninja Turtles followed soon, right after. I mean, Star Wars, I didn't get into that until really I started to really get into space and, like, to actually understand, like, the whole thing. But even then, yeah. So that's why I'm so nostalgically into it.
All right, Jessica is rounding us off with...
So I'll start by saying honorable mention. Only one that hasn't been said, and that would be The Lion King. And it's because 1.5 or whatever it was absolutely horrendous, but Lion King 1 2 all
I
the
think
way.
the other way around. I don't like 2, I like 1.5.
I like
Oh,
1.5.
no way.
Yeah,
I think
1.5
I've
is
almost
great.
liked it. Is that the one
Yeah.
just like Timon?
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
OG
that's a
Squad.
good
I'm
one.
the only one. Let's go.
No, with Kobu?
Yeah.
You guys are wrong.
Hashtag Kobu for life? No.
That's not.
So, and then I don't really have an order for anything, but I'll start by saying this, get the being shit on out of the way. I'd put the Star Wars, the episode 1, 2, 3. And that's because I didn't watch 4, 5, 6 until I'd already seen 1, 2, 3. I started by seeing
I
episode...
will respect that opinion because if we didn't rewatch those movies the last few months, they would have had a beautiful vision in my head. Okay, they were good movies until I saw them recently because I hadn't seen them for like 6 or 7 years. They were solid movies when I was a kid, and that's the one time I'd seen them. So I will respect that.
Yeah, the
opinion.
first movie
I'm
I
not gonna
saw
agree,
was-
but I'll respect
Yeah,
it.
the first movie I saw was in theaters, and it was one of the new ones. So I actually hadn't even seen episode 6 until we rewatched them. So you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then yeah, everything else already been said. Matrix, I'd actually put in my top. I know.
Cool.
You guys don't seem to respect that
I've
too,
never
but
seen them. Can't help you there.
The
First one was really
third
good.
one's just so awful.
well, you think my last choice is awful too, so
No, like I'd pick truthfully. No, I wouldn't. Because that first Matrix, I'd watch any day over any of the prequels. But just because like Neo sits in a train station for half a movie, that's what frustrates me. Like, yeah, that third one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's fine.
It happens.
It's fair.
Sometimes you're in a train station.
Yeah, sometimes
For half a movie.
station for half a movie.
then
It's been known to
That's
happen.
life goals.
Pirates,
Mhm.
Captain America, definitely. I wasn't a fan of Captain America, kind of the weakest link, but it definitely got better. Winter Soldier was really good, and then Civil War was definitely peak of the mountain,
Bee's
as you
knees.
said.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe like the bee's elbows.
I would say it's the summit, not the peak. But
What's the peak?
throwbacks.
Oh.
Hashtag
go.
throwbacks.
And then we'll go Lord of the Rings. Definitely like the
We'll go
trilogy.
Lord of the Rings.
The
Oh,
trilogy
yeah.
that I've definitely watched the most times. I mean, if we're talking about 7-parters or 8-parters, I mean, Harry Potter is definitely
We'll do
like.
that one
No,
day.
there's not a lot of
franchise.
those. There's not a lot of those.
Sega's.
We'll do that.
Carters. Yeah, there's not many of them.
Yeah, but there is one I was looking at. We will do. I was thinking about doing it around like November when Star Wars and Harry Potter comes out, like the Fantastic Beasts. Because there's that. There's Bond. There's a Marvel franchise now. Like there's a lot of movies that have all like more than franchises more than 4.
Yeah.
That's all horror franchises. Like we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think just to start
You're
off
gonna,
easily.
I guarantee right now the only one on my list is Harry Potter. It's the only movie series where I've seen like all of them. So I'm already out on that episode.
Well, you don't
but,
have to
know.
have seen all.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
See, and I don't even know if
Winning
I'd
both
put
of
Lord of the
these.
Rings in the top 10 just because those Hobbit movies. I probably still would, but it'd be bottom of the 10 because those Hobbit movies.
I watched.
Never seen them. I didn't
Yeah,
bother.
don't. Yeah, I watched
Don't.
The Hobbit, and then that
Read
was
the book.
good enough.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
think,
I
I
read
don't
the
think they're
book.
that
I
horrendous.
liked it.
But,
Just
you know.
leave it at that.
Yeah,
But that being said, so if
It's
we're going
good
to
in
make
my
an ultimate list, I guess we get away and say that, would we agree Lord of the Rings would be number 1 out of all 4 of us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it's a close call between that and
Was it even on your list? It was. Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely
It was in the low
one.
90s. Yeah, it's definitely down there.
Definitely, yeah. I'd say Lord of the Rings.
Because you had it as
I'd say number
1,
1. I had it as 2.
2, and then 1, 1,
Five,
1.
one.
No,
and
for
then-
me it's like 1, and then there's like
But that's, I mean, it's
and then
still
there's
like...
50 trilogies, or like they don't exist, and then there's like stats were like my second.
That's
It's like
fair.
51 spot. You know.
Okay, so now, so we got Lord of the Rings. That's number 1. So what are we thinking number 2 after all our lists we heard?
Ooh.
Probably
Um,
original trilogy.
original
What was your
trilogy.
Star Wars? Like,
Original
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, original is probably the most talked about next.
I had it, like, where would I have
Yeah,
it?
with-
I had it at 2.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
2.
I'd say that's a fair.
Assessment?
Yeah.
Now this is when it'll get tricky, because I feel like those were
Yeah.
kind of the 2 obvious ones.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
I
So
think
we had-
Dark Knight's probably 3.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the third one, but the first 2 are amazing films, so
Mhm.
I can definitely agree with that.
Jessica, you didn't have it on your list because you don't like Begins,
I'd
right?
say the
Haven't
third is
seen
the
Begins.
weakest.
Oh, okay.
That's a good sign. Then.
So it's hard for me to put it on one. That's the I'm in the same boat as Dylan. I haven't seen all 3 of a lot of my... Like, I've never seen Back to the Future. I haven't seen the original Hannibal trilogy. I haven't seen The Godfather.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Borna.
Just watch 2 Godfathers. Never watch the 3rd.
So I'm in the same boat.
The
I
third or
haven't
the
seen...
first?
I was
The
like...
third.
I'm like, I want to go last, listen to
Okay.
everyone. See if I can pick anything up.
Same.
Well, honestly, I feel like it's either between Dark Knight and, like, I'm showing my bias, but Toy Story because
No.
more people had it on the list, though.
No one
I
but
thought
you had
Civil
Toy
War
Story.
and Dark Knight would be kind of
Oh, yeah, I guess so. A lot of people had
Yeah.
Cap.
Yeah, because me, you, and
Mm-hmm.
Dylan all had Cap. And then you
I obviously
had Dark
didn't.
you
Knight.
had Dark, you had Dark Knight.
3.
Dark Knight?
Dark
Or
Knight.
Dark
You had Dark
Knight.
Knight as well, though.
Yeah.
My Dark Knight was number 2, I think.
So
Yeah,
then we
and
had
I
3.
had-
The only reason it's not on mine is because I haven't seen the third one, so I feel like I shouldn't put it on my list.
Yeah, I
That's the
haven't-
same with Toy Story though. Like I would be fine to put it there. I just can't put it on mine because I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, then, so I guess because we had Dark Knight higher then, because you had a 2, and if I had 4, which is still.
How
above
about
Cap.
Pirates? How many people had that on their list?
It was just
I think
me and
Mine was honorable. So
Yeah, we
number
have some
6.
honorable
Yeah.
mentions.
I don't think
So
in,
it's down
like,
there a little bit.
in the
maybe?
general top 5. I don't think we should have in there.
Right.
I personally really enjoyed those films.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
I enjoy
those.
them, except the third one gets a little. I actually really like the third one, but the third one gets a little messy. I literally just watched it 2 weeks ago. I'm like, man, there's a lot of stuff
That was
didn't
World's
need
End,
to be in
right?
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the one with mermaids?
But that one's awful. We watched
Yeah.
that again because we only did a whole like marathon. Fuck, Stranger Tides. Is
Oh,
bad.
it's so
I kind of
bad.
liked it the first time I saw it. Then I watched it again. I'm like, man, this is awful.
I started watching it. I think I got like 20 minutes into it. I
It's
just
bad.
turned it off.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't
So
even have
the
all the
fourth
original
one or
cast.
something?
yeah. What?
It doesn't even have
No,
the original
just
cast.
Jack
It's just
Sparrow
Jack
and
Sparrow.
Barbossa.
Yeah.
So I think
Anyway, so
Dark
Thumbs
Knight.
down.
I think Dark Knight then. That was
Yeah.
my tire.
I agree on that.
And then what? Then Cap.
Just me, I'd say Cap, then Toy Story, I think, for like the general top 5.
I'm saying Toy Story, but I don't know if.
But he was the only person that had it in its
I thought somebody
so-
else had Toy Story.
No, he
He
bumped
got
it.
bumped, man.
Right, you bumped
So
it.
Cap
That's
makes
when
sense
they
to
make
me
the
more.
cuts.
I mean,
But then it's Toys. Okay, well that's what I mean. Then what else? Then we have to look at. Okay, so we made Cap 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
then we
that's
have to
fair.
look at our 5th one is gonna be either one that 2 people had or one that not Bionicles, but one that like one of us had, and we have to decide.
you had Indiana Jones on yours.
Yeah.
I put that on mine.
Yeah,
You
we,
put that on yours?
We both put
I would
Pirates,
say
which-
Indiana Jones over Toy Story myself.
Well, Toy Story's not even a contender because only one person said it.
I think the only reason it's not hard in mine is because I only remember like the 3rd one recently. The first 2 I don't
Yeah,
remember
Been too
like
long.
anything about. It's been too long.
and you had Jones, and you had Jones. Yeah, I guess I can't say I'm not fine with like Jones. Have you ever seen Indiana Jones? No. Taylor, have you ever seen Indiana Jones?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Of course I have. I don't know.
I don't know. It wasn't on your top 5.
Well, there's
There's that
interesting
4th
things on
one
that
just.
top five.
But that's not a part of the trilogy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So. And you had Jones on yours?
Yeah, but mine aren't really ordered either, so it's just kind of like
Yours are definitely a
I've
wild
seen all
card.
3 and I remember them to be
Yeah.
cool. So
I just seen
my
all
list
3
is like
as,
kind of
the
fraudulent,
requirement.
and other than number 1, honestly. So
I guess I'd put Jones there. Obviously, I'm on the Toy Story camp, but Jones is pretty high quality.
pretty high quality.
Yeah, it's all my honorable mentions too.
It's
Like,
renowned to be a pretty solid film.
Mhm.
Trilogy.
yeah, like it was that. No one else had Jason Bourne. I
I was
had
ready to
it on-
I
have
had Jason
Jurassic
Bourne.
Park.
I honestly that went over my head.
Those
but-
aren't that good.
But
I
Jurassic
won't-
World is not
I
part of
won't.
No,
I won't
but
lie.
I still like Jurassic 1, 2, and 3.
that. I know,
I
but
like
he's
them.
I
all about the
I'm
Jurassic
I
Jurassic
love
World.
yeah, but I love
When's the last
Jurassic
time
Park.
you
I
guys
didn't
watched
think about it.
3?
Never.
Me?
Only seen the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 years ago?
Classic.
Oh, you should watch. That's another one if you watch it.
Yeah, but it's like, why would I watch it again? And
Yeah,
ruin
why
it
would
when
I-
I could
yeah.
just when I could just save those amazing memories
Yeah.
in my
Fair.
head.
The prequels, man. They
Like
used to be
the
such a beautiful
ringtone,
thing in my
like
head.
the ringtone.
I thought we were doing like just
At one point
actual
they were in mine.
trilogies, so
I
that's
really
why I
enjoyed
thought,
that
well,
one more.
Jurassic Park, that's 4 movies.
But then I
and
watched them and
Transformers is 4, Indiana Jones
But you
is
put in
4.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah, but I saw that as like, okay, that was just one trilogy set of 3, and then set of 3. And I saw the same with Lord of the Rings, so I wasn't for sure about that.
Did
So
you want to change yours?
If I could change, then I would probably throw in like the Indiana Jones, the Transformers, and the Jurassic World.
Ooh. Jurassic World's not in
What's
there.
Well, Jurassic
Right.
Park, I should say, that trilogy. But I didn't pick those
I
because
feel like
I
there's
thought they
some
were
Jurassic
4.
World bias.
So then, in that case, an Indiana Jones
Yeah.
would take 5th. Cause
So that's our.
That's probably like the next highest one.
that was
Between
a
the
really
GeekVerse,
not debatey list
No,
at all.
it wasn't because a lot of people haven't seen.
I think
certain
we
movies.
all
I think,
were very
yeah.
good.
It was very civil.
Yeah.
Of all the topics we've come up today, that was like
Yeah, true.
No,
That was
fact.
the
Civil
one where we
War.
all agreed on, just
Yeah.
like so easily.
So then, according to us,
the GeekVerse top 5 trilogies of all time is
5th is Indiana Jones. 4th was
Civil
Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Trilogy. 3rd, Dark Knight, Nolan series. 2, the original Star Wars, and then 1, Lord of the Rings.
Rings.
The Oscar winners.
Pretty
Lord of
good.
the
It's
Rings.
pretty good a list.
Yeah, that's good. I'd watch those movies. Well,
Yeah.
I, always
I
would,
would.
but, like,
I'd watch
all
them.
those.
Canadian Netflix extended
I've
edition.
seen
Yeah.
all
Shouts
except
out.
one of those movies, I think.
Wow.
That's pretty
That's
good.
when you know
All
it's
of
a
them
good
except
list
one.
because
Not even
Dylan's
like
seen them.
the entire trilogy.
He actually
Just
owns
one
them.
movie.
Yeah.
What?
good.
Oh, I thought you meant Indiana Jones.
No.
It's
Hashtag
upstairs.
to Canadian Netflix for
On VHS,
posting.
probably.
I really like the first 2 Captain America, and I'm really excited to see the 3rd one. So.
Yeah, you should get on that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good, they
Definitely
say.
not this weekend, but
Taylor, where can they find us?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can find us with that awesome internet connection on
Awesome.
Facebook.
Is
in the
this after
search
they
bar.
search up Bionicles, the trilogy?
Yes, you have to go.
they're like, there's 3 Bionicle
Even if
movies.
you like don't have an
There's
awesome
4.
internet connection, you can
There's
still
4.
probably
Okay,
find
but you
it.
still picked it as a trilogy.
I know the Golden Mask.
I don't
one.
see
remember
the
watching
other one
that.
as being part of the trilogy because it's not.
This
It's
logic is so
It's
It
dumb.
kind of works because like Jones is
it's
in
like-
there too,
yeah,
right?
it's
There's
like
a 4th
Jones,
Jones, so like I
yeah.
feel like a trilogy is the 3 films you kind
No,
of group
but
together.
he didn't pick Indiana Jones because of the 4th
No,
one.
but
He
Indiana
picked
Jones-
He's
Bionicles.
all over.
Indiana Jones still continued the story with the same characters. This one, it didn't have anything to do with
Okay,
it.
where can they find it?
The
Keep
second
going.
Turtles was in
Yeah.
part 2. I knew Taylor was on Crazy Town, so
So you can find us on Facebook in the search bar
Mhm.
at GeekVerse Space Podcast for tons of awesome content. And then if you type in the actual internet address bar, www.geekversepodcast.com, you will find awesome new stuff, including Travis's
article that you put up and you didn't tell me about. Yeah, that's all right.
What?
What do you mean, Travis? Was that what you were going to?
Yeah, I put it up because we
Yeah,
haven't
can you
announced it on
debate?
Cast, have we?
I said last week. I'm
you
like,
did?
it'll be up there.
It'll
and
be
then-
up, but we haven't said it's officially up on
Okay,
Cast.
it's officially up there. You can go read that.
Quick
But, if
argument.
Christopher Nolan would have directed Batman vs Superman, it's a all right read. It's just me throwing my imagination on there. You can find all our content on GeekVerse Podcast. Everything there, all the links. Taylor does a good job.
Weekly hashtag, which isn't hashtag Save Hannibal.
Big changes. That's
Got it in
the
there.
changes.
big changes.
Still hand tag, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Twitter at GeekVerseCast. You can find us there. I think we're at 158 followers.
We're at
Thank you
70
for
on
that.
Facebook.
Good job.
Shout outs to my
Facebook.
sister for that 70th like.
Yeah.
Shout out delayed.
Also, while we're giving shout outs to Spartan with some numbers followed behind that I didn't write down. Thank you for reviewing us. It's
More
always-
reviews, please.
Yeah, if you guys want to review us on SoundCloud or iTunes, even YouTube, yeah, or send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, anything. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. We always appreciate any feedback. So
Yeah, like one of our listeners sent Liam Kyle and I a thing on Rant Repeat about what emoji we were, so that was fun.
That's pretty cool.
Answering that. So yeah, please review, please subscribe. We got all special episodes. Like Jessica just said, iTunes, YouTube. Yeah.
SoundCloud.
We're on Google Play.
We're
Google
everywhere.
Play is, I think it's up now on like computers. It's going, but the app. But we're already on there. So when the app starts their podcast section, we're there. So we're at 4 different locations that you can find us everywhere. So and thank you for tuning in to our 50th episode.
6 different locations:
What is 6?
Facebook, Twitter.
They can't listen to
YouTube.
us there though. It takes them to a link,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's
I
what
get
I'm
it.
thinking. But this was our 50th episode. Forgot to say that at the beginning. So yeah, 5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, the big 5-0. 2 more months. We got
50
our
years old.
2 more months. We got our 1 year. We got our good stuff planned for that week.
We
So
hit our midlife crisis.
yeah,
on the
pretty
couch.
much. Yeah. Taylor definitely did with his list. But
Drop the ball.
I'm not sure what we'll be talking about next week, but it will not be boring. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Adios.
Amigos.
For the Spanish listeners.
I'll check. There might be a
You know that was me, right? That
Yes.
Okay, good.